of all kinds. Call 575-258-8643 for TL George Equipment Rental.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. 1,604 head of cattle sold on Monday on a steady to higher market with excellent buyer attendance. Compared to last week, stocker calves sold steady to 7 higher. Feeder cattle steady to 6 higher. Packer cows and bulls steady to $7 higher. 3 to 400 pound steers $254, $261. 3 to 400 pound heifers $232, $238. 4 to 500 pound steers $238, $254. 4 to 500 pound heifers $221, $232. 5 to 600 pound steers $215, $238. 5 to 600 pound heifers $181, $221. 6 to 700 pound steers $180, $50, $215. 6 to 700 pound heifers $165, $177. 7 to 800 pound steers $175 and a half, $177. 7 to 800 pound heifers $165, $177. Packer cows $95 to $109. Canner and cutter cows $70 to $80. Packer bulls $1 to $121. Feeder bulls $88 to $91. Top half the cow calf pairs $1,300 to $1,475 per pair. Top half the bred cows $1,250 to $1,550 per head. Now remember, this is the top of the market, and prices range down from this according to quality, quantity, condition, and feel. We do appreciate the business, and we'll talk to you next Monday morning. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
Hey everyone, this is Daniel Bellis at Carlsbad Chevrolet. I want you guys to relax a little bit. I want you to lean back, and I'm going to hypnotize you. We're going to buy your vehicles at Carlsbad Chevrolet. We're going to give you top dollar at Carlsbad Chevrolet to buy your vehicles. Now wake up and bring me your dang car. What's really going on? Bring your cars. You need to get rid of them. I need more. I'm ready to pay you top dollar like I pay the auctions. We need to supplement these new cars that are not coming, and we need them now. That's right here at Carlsbad Chevrolet. No hassles, no commissions, period.
Los Alamos Ammo presents the Lovington Gun Show. Saturday and Sunday, March 18th and 19th. 9 to 5 Saturday, 10 to 4 on Sunday. This is a buy, sell, and trade gun and knife show at the Lee County Fairgrounds, 101 South Commercial Street. This is an all-ages event, so bring the whole family. It's the Lovington Gun Show at the Lee County Fairgrounds, March 18th and 19th. Be there.
Adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy, now there's Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months, and Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Nothing in me go hand in hand. Nothing on my skin, that's my new place. Nothing is everyday.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, you could achieve 90% clearer skin. Ask your doctor about the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
The Dexter Livestock Commission is accepting all classes of beef cows, bulls, calves, and yearlings. Cattle received Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, with sales Tuesday at 11 a.m. Plus, Dexter Livestock Commission has no fee charges for cattle received on the day of the sale. Dexter Livestock Commission charges 3% commission, or $21 per head for load lots of 40,000 or more. Located next to DBS Commodities, 274 East Darby Road, between Roswell and Dexter. 575-624-COWS. 624-COWS. DexterLivestockCommission.com.
B and the Breakfast Club in the morning, W105.
That the only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. Text line at 877-396-W105.
Look, up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's Superman.
March 14th, it's National Pie Day.
I love pie.
Pizza pie or dessert pie.
Blueberry blackberry. Blackberry boysenberry. Boysenberry huckleberry. Huckleberry raspberry. Raspberry strawberry. Strawberry cranberry. Peach.
It's not that kind of pie.
It is about math.
A celebration of the mathematical pi that takes place on 3/14.
You're that nerd.
It's March 14th, which is pi 3.14.
Today is National Pie Day.
National Pie Day.
Let's do this.
And good morning to you. It is National Pie Day, and we're not talking about the pie that you eat. It's actually Pie Day. God bless you this morning. Another day in paradise. Also, celebrate Science Day, Crowdfunding Day, Genius Day, Learn About Butterflies Day, Legal Assistance Day, Mother Day. Wait, we already have a Mother's Day. National Children's Craft Day, National Organize Your Home Day, National Potato Day, National Save a Spider. Oh, hell no, I'm not saving a spider. No way am I saving a spider. National Write Your Story Day and Pie Day. White Day going on today. Is that like White Day?
We're not allowed to have that day, are we?
Wait. Are we talking, Will Rooney, are we talking about White Day?
I don't know. It doesn't sound, but I don't think that's something that we're allowed to have anymore. You can have every other color day, but not white.
Yeah, we can't have White Day. I mean, yeah, white, but I mean, to get a whole month, if like African American month, you don't really get screwed as Hispanics. And they're like, we don't care. Let us work. We don't give a damn.
Like,
let us get up.
16 de septiembre and Cinco de Mayo. And...
Yeah, kind of, sort of, but it's not a whole month.
No.
Is my point.
No.
It's my point. I forgot to do the question of the day. It just hit me. And so I'll get that done. And then I'll let you know what it is. So Friday... Is St. Patrick's Day is falling on a Friday this year?
It is.
Wow, that's going to be a hell of a weekend.
It's going to be filled with green beer.
Not Irish. It really doesn't matter.
No,
really but doesn't matter.
But we don't care. You can celebrate anyway.
Yeah, it's like like Cinco de Mayo. It really doesn't matter. You just celebrate.
It's just a good excuse to drink.
And no doubt. No doubt. Our number 877-396-W105B in the Breakfast Club this morning. Morning show is powered by Carlsbad Chevy, broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods Casino. Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer, sponsoring the text line 877-396-W105. You can call our text. Question of the day being brought to you by your Napa dealer, Lovington Auto Supply. And if you're watching on YouTube, Rumble, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, wherever you're watching us, there are others. That's being brought to you by Desert Sand Water Well, online at desertsandsnm.com. Mention B in the Breakfast Club. Get 10% discount. So I'm going to do a question of the day coming up.
I have to fix one thing, B. Because we have people walking around the Inn of the Mountain Gods looking for our studio, and it's not the Inn of the Mountain Gods. We're not in the Inn of the Mountain Gods casino. They sponsor our studio, so it's the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio, which is where I'm at, and you can see nice Inn of the Mountain Gods logo up above my head.
Will Rooney's finally on camera again.
I know.
So, strangest thing on somebody's desk. Can you send the person in charge? I'm not going to mention her name. I don't want to mention her name. Can you send that? The weirdest thing that's on somebody's desk right now. Like Tommy, it would probably be a 3-month-old burrito stuffed. It's actually inside his desk.
Yeah, because he doesn't leave it. The weirdest thing. Yeah, it'd be a newspaper.
Crazy.
It'd be a newspaper now that he's not doing news anymore.
Well, I'm still doing all that stuff. Should be beautiful today. Sunny skies. Check of the weather being brought to you by Iron River Inspection, ironriverinspection.com. Mike and Matt have put together one heck of a team. They're second-generation pipeliners themselves. They know their way around the patch. And these guys know what they're doing. And they put together a team of over 300 years of combined experience working in the patch, all facets of the patch. You need them to go out and inspect a pipeline, a facility. They got you covered there. They do safety training, and they're one of the top-notch consulting companies. Put Iron River Inspection on the job, and it will be done right the first time. And the cool thing is they're going to look out for your best interest. Iron River Inspection.com. Sunny skies, high temperature getting up to about 62 today. Winds will be less than 10 miles an hour. Winds ramping up tonight, about 15-mile-an-hour winds. Increasing clouds and up to about 44. 78 and sunny tomorrow, but winds are going to be over 30 miles an hour. Quick check of the weather this morning being brought to you by Roadrunner Grill. Serving breakfast, yes, they are open inside the Best Western Pecos Inn in Artesia. They're serving breakfast up right now. Get in there and check them out. Awesome breakfast, home-style breakfast. If you want breakfast for lunch, that's not a big deal. They serve a breakfast and lunch. And from time to time, they get things like crab legs and alligator and big O shrimp. And we'll let you know when they get that shipment in so you can take advantage of that. Want them to cater your next big event? 575-748-3324. And use that same number if you want to say thank you to your folks working out in the patch on location. Perfect thing. Yeah, I mean, you can bring them lunch or breakfast. That number, 575-748-3324. Check them out today. It's Roadrunner Grill. Giant seaweed bloom. So large that it can be seen from outer space. Maybe heading towards Florida's Gulf Coast. And it could be there just in time for spring break. The bloom is around 5,000 miles wide. Put that into perspective. 5,000 miles wide. The entire state of Texas is how many miles do you think wide? From point A to point B. 5,000?
No.
You think it's 5? No. So, wow. 5,000 miles wide, the seaweed. Wow. It is twice the width of the United States of America. It is believed to be the largest plume of seaweed in history. This is very concerning. It really is. Mainly because the seaweed might get body shamed by somebody for just being twice the size.
Just too big, yep.
I mean, it's 5,000. Wow, that's huge. That's huge. Next, they'll be trying to feed you the seaweed. There are people that eat. What is kale? Is kale seaweed?
Is it? I don't know. It's some kind of health food.
I don't know. But I know my wife and them eat seaweed all the time. Cut it up and they cook it. I'm like, nah, I'm good. No, thank you. Powerful multi-day nor'easter is expected to blast the northeast during the first half of this week. Morning commuters will be dangerous. Of course, carjackings, muggings, and all. I mean, more dangerous than that. And nor'easters bring strong wind gust, heavy rain, and frigid temps. So that's going to be hitting the Big Apple. Lots of rain is never fun in New York. I mean, but it will wash away the pee and the syringes on the sidewalk and the poo. So that is some good news for the folks in New York. And first time since 1961, the Academy, the carpet on the Academy Awards was not red. I don't know if anybody, I didn't watch that. I mean, look, the big movies that should get an award don't get an award. It's usually movies that, like 8 people saw it. like the director and his mom went, and the leading role. Remember the movie The Red Shoe, something of the man with the red left shoe or whatever the hell it was. It's always the movies that don't get a lot of traction at the box office. And, Top Gun didn't get anything and won't, because it's pro-American and it is patriotic. It doesn't have anything in it about non-binary people or transgenders. It is not going to win an award.
Oh, you nailed it. Well, and I have no clue. Have you seen all the outrage about Angela Bassett not winning for Black Panther 2? And I didn't see Jamie Lee Curtis's movie, and apparently one of her co-stars was also nominated, and Jamie Lee Curtis's, and of course they're mad because the white lady won. But I watched Black Panther 2, and there was nothing about Angela Bassett's performance that was just like, oh my God, she deserves an Oscar. I was like,
I gotta watch that.
It was
8 times.
It was, it was a Marvel movie. It wasn't anything and it wasn't even one of the better Marvel movies, in my opinion.
Right. And look, I'm not a Tom Cruise fan, but that type of movie will never.
Politics wise, but Maverick was a wicked movie.
No, it was. I mean, and not to win special effects or something, that's crazy. Oscars only had 16 million viewers on Sunday night. Later on in the show, I'll tell you, historically, the numbers, as I
somebody's here
down that. Yeah, somebody just showed up. But the numbers, 16 million people watched the Sunday night Oscars, and The Last of Us scored 8.2 million. So what is The Last of Us? Is that like a TV show? I don't know. But the number's not good for the Oscars. And
they're talking about Pedro Pascal, the zombie flick. Well, it's not really. It's, if you want to mince words, it's basically, but it's the HBO series, The Last of Us. Yeah, I'm not surprised that it did better than the Oscars. Not surprised at all. It was the finale. It's what you'd expect. So
I lost one of my papers.
Someone said that kale is a leafy lettuce type plant, and that kelp is the seaweed.
There you go, kelp. Yeah.
And someone else wanted us to get. Oh, they said Hispanic Heritage Month is September 15th to October 15th. It's like mid-month to mid-month. That's weird. And can I give a big shout out?
They don't even get a whole month.
They do, but it's like split into two. Someone says, can I get a big shout out to Joe Nathan? One hell of a good mechanic. That's from Jeffro this morning. Well, there you go, Jeffro.
Awesome. Joe Biden assuring customers. Yeah, Biden speaking from the White House. And I don't know if you saw little Raggedy Ann. The first Raggedy Ann. Yeah, the redheaded one.
Oh, Psaki?
Oh, she's like, it's so important to President Biden to do a 9 a.m. press conference because he is not a morning person. He is a night owl. Pfft. Dude's probably in bed by 8. Are you kidding me?
I was like, what old man is a night owl? Really?
Are you? Shut up. But he's assuring everybody they're going to not lose their money. And what I don't get, so are you going to pay me back for the stupid investments that I made? No. I mean, like the stock market, I've lost my ass over the last year.
I know what they're trying to do. And they're
trying to kiss everybody's ass.
Well, they're trying to not have people panic and have a bank run and make people pull all their money out of the bank.
That's already going on where people are going and getting their money. There are foreign entities that are coming to the United States and pulling their money because they're worried. And look, if we insure up to 250,000, we insure up to 250,000.
Look, I don't know how this is.
When I opened the account,
I have watched several different podcasts, and one of the podcasts I watch on a fairly regular basis was talking about the week before the banks shut down. they were breaking news about the FDIC having meetings about how they were going to close on Friday and basically shut everything down and not come back ever. And so they were it was like that the FDIC had a plan in place to just be gone one Friday and everybody's stuff was screwed. So, but I'm like, how is that a week before all this happened and then all of a sudden all these banks start collapsing?
2 weeks ago, Kramer from CNB, whatever the hell, he was like, buy Silicon Valley. No, don't buy him. That guy has no credibility now.
No.
They fail. And 2 weeks ago was, jump into that heavy. You got to get some of that. Mitch McConnell out of the hospital. The big problem on Saturday, they said they couldn't get his head out of his ass.
Wow.
And so finally Nancy Pelosi went over there, and she's used to getting hammers out of her husband. And so they were able to, Look,
so I don't wish the man any ill will. I don't want him. I don't want him injured or dead or anything like that. But if, for whatever reason, whatever health stuff goes on and it forced him to retire, I would not shed a tear.
No. And you know what? He should retire.
We've got a phone call when you're ready. Looks like Frank Cruz when you're ready.
All right, let's go to the phone. Frank is on the phone already. 622, thought for the day on the way, tweet of the day, and more.
No cussing, Frank. What's going on, buddy?
No cussing. No cussing. Absolutely no cussing. Mitch McConnell, we won't shed a tear, but we don't want anything bad to happen to him, but he's
Agreed.
a rhino.
Yeah, he is.
He catered to Zelensky also. So, and the banking deal that's going on, it's by design. It's a one world order. They want to come back with a digital currency and make sure that they know where you spend your money. It's another part of the carbon footprint. I know that some companies are even going as far, oil companies I'm talking about, some oil companies are going as far as telling their employees, we're going to take the trucks out of circulation. You got to drive your truck to the yard, take your company truck and run your route because we're getting hammered on cutting back on our emissions also, even on our fleet, on our vehicles. And that's coming down the pipe. So the carbon footprint, the digital money, it's by design. It's a one world order. And,
they say they're trying to cut out the regional banks, Frank. They're trying to cut out the regional banks. And if there's any banks that I can trust, it would be the regional banks. And I'm not gonna name them because they don't advertise with us. But there's several big banks in southeast New Mexico that I would trust. And they're trying to cut out the regional banks. Frank,
exactly.
Tell me if this would be prudent. I have about $20,000 in cash money. Tomorrow, I'm going to the city. I'm thinking about cashing it in and put it in the Filipino money because the dollar's value is going to go down. I know this already. I haven't checked it today.
The Mexican peso, you can see it already. It was like 60 to 1. 60 pesos to $1. Now it's I think 16 pesos to $1.
Yeah.
So 16 pesos equals $1 now, and all of that they know how to know how to maneuver it. They know how to destroy. Their plan is to destroy and conquer the United States. And the conservative people save money. I'm not saying that everybody saves money, but they save money. They put their money wherever they feel pleased to put it in. And what they're trying to do is, these conservatives are waking up, are smart, are not following the one world order. So we're going to hit them where it hurts, and we're going to control their money. They can't buy fruits, vegetables, meats,
guns,
bullets.
Yeah,
guns. Guns.
So that's the one world order coming down, raining down on us. We just have to stand our ground.
Frank,
yes, sir.
Keep listening because the GOP is going to be investigating Biden. I'll get to that story. Money coming from China. This is very, very peculiar story. I'll get to that in a second. Yeah, the Filipino peso was 56 to the American dollar. Now it's 53. So I think tomorrow I will cash in some cash. And
maybe a good plan. At least you got another currency to change to.
Yeah, it dang sure might not be a bad plan.
I noticed crypto's going up all of a sudden. So
really,
yeah. I had a little bit of this and that, and so it's not going up like crazy. But I noticed that, especially Bitcoin in particular, have been trending up. Now I haven't checked it today, so I have no clue if that's still the case.
Check that out. All right, I got a lot of stories to get to. Thought for the day up next. Tweet of the day being brought to you by Hobbs Airfield Speedway. And they've got the big races coming up March 18th. This weekend they canceled because supposedly the weather is going to be inclement. And so they've got the next test and tune coming up Saturday, April 8th. Gates open at noon. Races begin about 1 o'clock. Track will be prepped. $30 for a tag card, $15 for spectators, cash, our card accepted. And you can always follow them. They're on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, or you can call Jamal for more information. 575-631-1599. Check them out. Next big race, April 8th. Follow them on social media for more information. Tucker Carlson. Oh, my goodness. He pretty much hammered the Biden administration. They don't care about the safety of our banks. All they care about is equity. That's it, equity.
Now, she doesn't say a word about the fundamentals of the market or the security of your money in banks. Instead, she talks about the one thing that matters to her, which is the racial identity of the people in charge of our finance system. Watch.
I do want to take a moment to note the historic nature of the moment that you see in front of you right now. All three of us are historic first in our roles. The first Black woman to serve as CEA chair, OMB director, White House press secretary. The first Black women right in front of you for all of those three important key roles in the administration.
I got to say, I really don't care color of skin. Quit perpetrating color of skin. If you put white in front of that, it is going to sound racist. Well, and it's time for all of us to say that sounds racist.
I'm glad that you're proud of your heritage, but honestly, if I'm African American, I'm not sure I want to point that out, because did I get this job because I'm the best at what I do, or did I get this job because of the color of my skin?
So I don't know if you heard the quote that I played yesterday, Al Sharpton and Sheila Jackson Lee. They were talking about this equality, diversity, and inclusion, that Texas is like, it's done. Universities are not going to hire people or give scholarships based on color of skin anymore. It's going to go by grades. Isn't it about time we did that?
Well, that's the way it's supposed to be.
It goes against the equal opportunity. What about everybody else's equal opportunity?
Here's my thing. Everybody has the same opportunity. You work hard and you get good rewards. Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Why is it only a white or Asian thing that you get good grades?
So here's the other thing.
How racist is that? You're saying that black and brown kids can't get good grades?
Why would you want that job? Because of the color of your skin. Not that you made the best grades. Not that you're the best candidate. That sounds like self-esteem issues. You know what? I am the best. They didn't hire me because of the color of my skin. That whole thing, if you take out black and put white, you would be called a racist.
Well, did you see what the Idris Elba, I think is his name, that plays Luther? He, came out and said, "I'm not going to be known as a black actor anymore. I'm just an actor."
No.
And they crucified the man.
Yep. Yep.
And he's like, I don't care.
I saw the same thing. Oh, what's the guy? Oh, he was in White Chicks. Oh.
One of the Wayans brothers?
No. The big dude. The big dude that's come out before and said, this is stupid. And he said, I don't want to be referred to as a black man either. God darn it. What is his name?
So everybody's asking where Tom is this morning. And Tom is getting
the cataracts fixed.
Yeah, we'll see.
He'll be back tomorrow, boy, better than ever.
His cataract procedure was this morning, so wish him luck.
He will be back better than ever. I can't wait. I'm
not going to help his not going to help his comprehension. Not going to help. Not going to help him crop dusting the studio, which I'm kind of grateful for.
That you're there.
That I'm by myself. Yeah.
All right, 6:32. Price Oil this morning being brought to you by Spinnaker.
People said Terry Crews.
Terry Crews. Yeah, that's the dude. Yeah. Spinnaker Oilfield Services, currently hiring. They've got training programs. If you've ever run a frac crew and you were the supervisor, Spinnaker can teach you how to become a cementing supervisor. They've got the SSIT program. If ever run a blender in the patch, they could teach you how to become a cementing equipment operator. Must have a CDL and willing to work a lot of hours. And you'll receive excellent pay, one of the best benefit packages in the industry, and housing is available if you need it. Spinnaker is equal opportunity employer, drug-free employer. Text Oilfield to 63566 or go to greatoilfieldjobs.com. Price oil this morning. Actually, oil is down $1.23 this morning, $73.57 for West Texas Intermediate crude. Brent down $1.08 at $79.69. Natural gas up just a tad, $2.61. Price oil this morning being brought to you by Spinnaker Oilfield Cementers. Get in touch with them today. 6:33 morning show this morning being brought to you by H&H Fuel Services. They work the Delaware and Permian basins, and they are your poly pipeline professionals. They have the squeeze tools and the poly pipeline machines in-house, and they would love to do business with you. They do turnkey pipeline and facility construction, subcontractor services. Colin is the guy to call. He's standing by this morning, 432-269-6027, or go to the website, hnhfs.com. Great story about the GOP is going to subpoena bank records of the Biden family and, or as I like to call them, the Biden criminal family, and a best friend of Hunter Biden. New details coming out. Right after Joe Biden left his vice president position, a friend of Hunter Biden received 2 wire transfers from China and the millions of dollars. 2 days after that, they started wiring money to accounts.
Look how hard they're trying to
the Bidens.
Look how hard they're trying to get Trump. They're going all the way back to Stormy Daniels again. And we've got all of this mounting evidence on the Biden criminal family. And it's just, all it takes is the backbone of any of our, or 3-letter organizations, FBI, DOJ, anybody to have some backbone and actually go after the man. And thank God the GOP is actually forcing their hand.
So we've got bank accounts, Hunter Biden's best friend, and then he starts sending the money, divvying it up between the Biden criminal family. And you can count on it. The big guy got his taste, no doubt. The big guy got his taste for sure. Yesterday, Biden did sign legislation to open up drilling in parts of Alaska. I'm going to get to that. Biden has completely flipped And AOC and top Democrats issue stinging rebuke of Biden's failed climate promise. Do you remember how many times Biden said, we will shut down fracking?
No more fracking.
No more fracking. Over and over and over. Another lie by Joe Biden. Where are you liberals at? Where are you liberals? He said he was going to do it. Why isn't he doing it?
He couldn't sustain that. That was a false promise. Not to say that they weren't going to try. And for those of us in the industry, it's scary, but it's not something.
Yeah, but AOC is very upset about the massive oil drilling project in Alaska that Biden approved.
Oh, the progressives are losing their minds. They're like, you promised us.
Yeah, New Wallet Hub study is highlighting the United States and their unemployment. And why is New Mexico experiencing a higher unemployment? According to a new study, New Mexico is coming in at number 34, but unemployment rate is higher than it was a couple months ago. Problem with New Mexico is that, 61% of people do not work in the state?
Is that what it is?
That's the problem.
Good.
Yeah, I think it's 61. It's either 61 or 51. Either way, that's quite high. I mean, just a little high. President Biden accidentally shared details about Jimmy Carter's health at a private Democratic fundraiser. And then says, I guess I shouldn't have said that.
Oh, you mean he said the quiet part out loud again?
Again. Oh, I guess I shouldn't have said that. Yeah, he went on to say that he spent some time with Jimmy Carter and finally caught up with him, and they found a way to keep him. They're finding a way to keep him going for a lot longer than anticipated. That's what he said. And he said, oh, I guess I shouldn't have said that. Sorry, family members, I screwed up. Whatever. So Biden signs that massive oil. I mean, it's good for Alaska. It is very good. But the problem, signing legislation like this, not even legislation, it's just an executive order, but and getting the permits, those are two different things. What we have discovered in New Mexico, we had lots of leases, but getting the permits have been the problem. So permits are one thing. Leases are a total different
Well,
thing.
they had all kinds of other regulations in the way.
Exactly. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Zia Guns, 1907 North Main in Roswell, the largest gun dealer in southeast New Mexico. Handguns, rifles, shotguns. Looking for a new AR? They've got them, over 1,000 guns in stock. Trade in your old gun to get a better gun. And if you've been thinking about, I need personal protection, that's not a problem. They've got it. Lethal and non-lethal. Get in there today. See them. 1907 North Main in Roswell. Closed on Saturday, always open on Sunday. Thought for the day this morning being brought to you by Wakefield Oil. 35 years serving southeast New Mexico. Quality products, excellent service, dependable. Boom or bust, they are there for you. Yeah, they serve all of southeast New Mexico, parts of West Texas, delivering gas and diesel and interstate batteries. Yeah, on-road or off-road, it really doesn't matter. Follow them on Facebook or just go to wakefieldoil.com. 35 plus years ago, Mr. Wendell Wakefield packed up the family and brought the kids to New Mexico to start Wakefield Oil. Thought for the day in memory of Mr. Wendell Wakefield. Thought is, I'm sarcastic because punching people is frowned upon. It is the thought for the day. How much money do you think the rebate is going to be? Now, yesterday,
we're talking about the oil and gas rebate.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So the House had passed it, went to the Senate. Looks like it is going to be a little bit mad. They had said $300 and $600 for a married couple. Well, they kind of changed that to $500 and $1,000 for a married couple. So you're going to get a bump, a little bump. still ain't the money like Alaska gets. How much does Alaska get? 5,000 to 7,000 per person.
Well, part of that's because Alaska makes a butt ton of money and there's not very many people.
Yeah, well, you're right about that. But New Mexico makes a buttload more of money in the oil and gas industry. Texas legislature set to push limits on the state's authority to enforce immigration laws and increase border security. 2 bills filed this season provide the removal of immigrants illegally entering the United States between their ports and a stiff prison sentence for anybody re-entering. So Texas is just fed up with Joe Biden and his plan. And so they're like, we'll put forward our own legislation and our own laws, our own immigration laws. And so we'll see how this works out. I bet it passes. Text line open, 877-396-W105.
Oh, damn, Will, you had to ruin my morning. I thought you guys fired Tom. Tom needs to leave his monkey alone and his eyes will get much better. And someone says, best morning show since the last time Tom's ass was out. Good job, guys. That's from James and Eunice this morning. And they have to constantly stir the pot with race and gender to keep us fighting amongst ourselves, because if we came together, we outnumber them and could take them out. And so how much is the 61% in northern New Mexico, I wonder?
I don't know. I will say this much. For the most part, Lee and Eddie and some of Chaves County are workers and get up every day and go to work for the most part. So I bet northern New Mexico is where it's at for sure.
So someone had said that Terry Crews had passed away, but no, he's still alive. So they said and now the prairie chicken regulations. There you go.
Yeah.
And someone says, you think Biden got paid off to let Alaska drill?
Look, I think Biden gets paid off pretty much about everything. And I think he's in the back pocket of China. I mean, look at all the people all along. Oh, Trump is in the back pocket of Russia. Whatever. Biden is in the back pockets of China. And I don't know if you've seen this. China is going directly to Latin America. Do you know that that the president of China, what's his name, Xi Jinping, he has been to Latin America more than all the times that Trump, Biden, Obama, or Bush is gone combined. So China is going right to our backyard. And the way China gets involved is they loan you money and they say, oh, we'll build that for you. We'll do this. And then you become endeared to them. And then they got their hooks into you. And so if we allow, and I said it yesterday, sooner or later, China's going to go after Mexico. And the president of Mexico is getting kind of chippy lately. Yeah, he was talking yesterday about America and our crime, saying it's safer in Mexico than it is in the United States. We've got our crime. I'm not going to even debate that. But I haven't seen people being beheaded. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm off. Maybe I'm off. I had somebody telling me to stay safe in the Philippines, and I'm going to be honest. I feel safer here than I do in the United States as far as crime. That's sad. This is a third world country.
Yeah, but a third world country that, like, kills drug dealers, don't they?
Yeah, they'll shoot you in the head. But they'll also shoot you in the head for having like a 20 peso bag of marijuana. So, I mean, yeah. It's a little different. Taking out trash this morning being brought to you by Trash Eaters, trash-eaters.com, reminding you to give to Lovington Shelter so they can spay and neuter the animals, ship them off to a no-kill facility. Mike Pence. Oh, you Trump-hating son of a buck. Mike Pence, the former vice president, speaking at the Gridiron dinner, says that Trump, history will hold Trump accountable over the Capitol attack. And I want to know, and I wish Mike Pence could tell us, what exactly did Trump do to perpetrate any type of violence? He actually used the word peaceful. So I'm still a little confused.
Well, because the whole reason that people were there was because of Trump, so it's got to be his fault. So because and if you listen to the Joe Rogans of the world and some of these others that are going, even the Ben Shapiro's, because they'll go so far as to say that the whole election, questions about the election are a farce. It bothers me because Ben's way too smart of a guy not to realize.
I agree.
Not to realize that there's something else going on there, and I don't.
Well,
in his butt,
business.
Oh well,
he's in business,
and I know, but it's still stupid because even at best, is there anything we could do about it now? And well, I will say this. Ben did say, under the had them come under the impression that with that many people they could make Pence overturn the election, which was never going to happen. Especially in hindsight, looking at how Pence is flip-flopped, he was never going to do anything of the sort.
I agree. Joe Biden yesterday talking about transgender kids. Use the word sinful. The way we treat the kids is sinful. Does he actually know the idea of sin? Evidently he does. He doesn't. Here's what he had to say as he spoke about transgender kids not being able to get their puberty blockers and their surgeries and so on and so forth.
They're kids is a really harder day.
Yeah, you're right. They are kids.
What's going on in Florida is, as my mother would say, close to sinful. I mean, it's just terrible what they're doing. It's not like, a kid wakes up one morning and says, say, close to sinful. I mean, a thing. What's going on in Florida is, as my mother would say, close to sinful. I mean, it's just terrible what they're doing. It's not like, a kid wakes up one morning and says, I decided I want to become a man, or I want to become a woman, or I want to change. I mean, what are they thinking about here?
Sorry for the double click, but you're right, Joe. They are kids. That's the point. They are kids.
Well, and I don't think they're thinking about it at all. In fact, I saw there was another TikTok, and there's more and more of these folks are coming out, and that have transitioned, and it was a woman who had transitioned to a man,
and they changed your mind.
When they said things I wish I had known before I transitioned, that the hormones were going to permanently damage my body, that it was a temporary fix for a bigger problem that I was facing that had to do with mental issues, and that there was nothing wrong with me being a tomboy, and that I should have accepted myself the way I was because I was perfect. And yet I let other people tell me that I needed to change and that I needed to be a man instead of a woman. And I think that is sadly what is happening with way too many people, that it's either, if it's not just because it's the in thing and because people want to be accepted, it's tragic that they keep pushing this on kids. And you're right, Joe. They don't just wake up one day and say, I want to be a man. what happens is their parents, I mean, we've got there was Disney officials that were saying that their 14-month-old was a trans or was non-binary. I'm all, how in the hell would they don't even know how to speak hardly yet. The whole thing was just stupid.
Makes me sick. Makes me sick. And you know what? If somebody as an adult wants to live their life that way, I've said it. I've got hate for it. But if they want to, once they become adults, fine. Look, leave the kids alone. Leave kids alone. Yeah. I mean, think about this. You won't let a kid have a gun until they're 18 years old, but you're willing to let them cut their penis off.
Yeah.
Sorry if you're using the word penis.
Or
Biden walks out of a press conference and closes the door. He just kind of like did the walk away. Here's Joe.
Do you expect one of the banks to fail, Mr. President? Should all depositors be protected at all banks? All right, thank you.
And he just closes the door.
Someone said, don't grill me on this, but wasn't Pence Trump's VP? Yeah, I know he was.
Yeah, he was, but he's not my guy. Joe Biden flips when it comes to oil and gas. Here's what he had to say about, the transition. Killing coal is going to be a lot easier.
I've said no more drilling off our ocean. I mean, the whole range. But there still has to be the ability to generate some energy.
Yeah,
But we can get rid of coal much more rapidly.
Yeah, So what you did, you flipped.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly. And he talks about his focus. Joe is very focused on his focus.
But my focus is just stay focused.
Oh, God.
My focus.
Well, look, politicians are the best at saying words that mean nothing. I mean, words. It's just like... Yeah. My focus is staying focused.
Yeah, my focus is staying focused.
Well, I have no doubt you need to stay focused, Joe, because you don't even know where the hell you're at.
Yeah, and at some point yesterday he was at an event, and the USS Missouri was there, and he said, I'm the commander-in-chief, right? And he looks at somebody. Yeah, here. Here's that cut.
I see them all over there. They're standing at attention. I know that our friends can hear, but the USS Missouri, can you hear us? I see them all over there. They're standing at attention. Can I tell them at ease? I'm their commander-in-chief, right? I mean,
yeah. I don't know how the hell I'm doing that. That's another double. I am pulling a damn Tom A. What the hell?
Just double clutching?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell I did. But, you are the commander-in-chief. Nancy Pelosi talking about Joe's age. And she's like, I don't get what the thing is about his age. I mean, I'll let Nancy say what she had to say.
Magnificent leader. He is younger than I am, so I don't know what the problem is.
I don't know what the problem is. Could you give me another drink over here? Thank you, Nancy. We appreciate you. Text line. Then we got to have our daily cut from The View.
Oh boy, here we go.
Anna Navarro always coming up with something. This time she's talking about how great Kamala is. We'll get to that in just a second.
Josh from the Patch. If anyone's listening in the Midland area, there's an accident on 349 just north of Midland. Traffic is at a standstill, so just keep that in mind if you're out there. And do we do traffic updates for Midland? Traffic update being brought to you by
Luke Ragsdale, RagsdaleLawFirm.com. He can serve anybody in Texas. Graduated from Texas Tech. He's a Red Raider.
And so, good morning, guys. Over here at the Wild West Dairy, picking up a load of milk and doing my part to keep the families fed. Have a great day. Well, thank you very much. And so I still don't see how 1 hour can throw our bodies off of circadian rhythms, but it really does make a difference when we spring forward. I've had a lot of people complaining about that this time around.
I'm done with it. I wish we would stay like we're at right now. Serious.
So someone says Pence earned frequent flyer miles going to Epstein Island. And Jeffro says, sinful, shut up, Biden, you molester. And what do you guys think of
the whole thing using the word sin?
Oh.
It's sinful that you chop a little boy's penis off.
Well, and that you push any kind of gender ideology on any children at all, period.
Yeah, I agree. Jimmy Kimball, we talked about the numbers. Okay, back in 2013, 43,000 people watched the Oscars. Last night or Sunday night, 16. I said 43,000. It's 43 million. And so that show has dwindled to where nobody gives a damn. Will, you can thank your lucky stars. New Mexico paid family leave, died in the House committee.
Oh, thank goodness.
So it's gone. See you later. Previous deported illegal alien has been indicted for allegedly murdering a woman and her young son and dismembering their bodies. Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall told Breitbart News that 37-year-old Jose Pascal Reyes of Mexico, accused of murdering Sandra Vasquez and her 14-year-old son, as well as keeping the 12-year-old daughter captive for months. He'll be going to jail. He'll be going to prison in Alabama, and they got a bunch of bubbas in there that really don't like people that kill kids. Just saying. Oklahoma high school cheer coach Jennifer Hawkins, she's 45 years old, arrested for having sex with a 16-year-old. Now, here's the key. She's having sex with her daughter's ex-boyfriend. What kind of sicko are you that you're having sex with the daughter's ex-boyfriend? Holy cow. I got a sad story to report this morning. And I looked around southeast New Mexico, and nobody's reporting this story. And I thought about skipping over it. But if I skip over it, I am no better than the CNNs of the world. I am no better than picking and choosing what news we're going to report and what news we're not going to report. Just because the guy has an R behind his name, I don't think we should give him a pass.
So I agree.
So, and it hurts me to do the story because I know the family. I know Cliff.
Oh,
I know his
wife. One of the texters just hit us up on this exact same story.
Yeah, I can't give him a pass. I cannot give him a pass. And I would love to have him on so he can give his side of the story. But Santa Fe, New Mexican, reporting Republican State Senator Cliff Pirtle of Roswell was involved in a domestic dispute on Sunday. Someone called 911 saying they heard people yelling outside a home just outside of downtown Santa Fe. Shortly after, they saw two women leaving in an SUV. Deputies found the vehicle at a nearby gas station, and Senator Pirtle's wife was in the driver's seat. She told the deputies she suspected her husband was cheating and drove to the rental property in Santa Fe, where she caught him in bed with another woman. She told deputies she banged on the door, had a verbal argument with her husband, Senator Pirtle, shoved him on the shoulder, and left the house with her mother and kids. So the kids, this is just heartbreaking. The kids are in the car. Lapel video from Santa Fe, New Mexico, lapel video captured by Santa Fe, New Mexican, shows the moments that deputies spoke to the center outside the home, and they got the whole thing. And deputies said they couldn't tell if there was fight was physical or domestic disturbance. Santa Fe, New Mexico, reporting Senator Pirtle largely missed all activity yesterday on the Senate floor, saying that he was out for a personal matter. it breaks my heart because if true, he's got a beautiful, lovely wife and 2 beautiful kids. And I would love to hear his side of the story. This is what the wife told the police. And because of the Freedom of Information Act, they were able to get the information.
Boy, well, and I'm sure it has. Don't get me wrong. Wrong is wrong. I don't care if you've got an R by your name or not. But that being said, I'm sure that, the Democrats were chomping at the bit.
Oh, no doubt. No, I'm not gonna dispute that. But I mean, she's banging on the door, and he's inside with a woman, and sat. And I hope and pray. I never want to see a marriage split up. And
well, look, if you're unhappy, then get a divorce.
Yeah, you just come out and say I'm unhappy,
and then and don't. Someone said call Cliff. Well, I'm sure we will at some point.
Yeah, we will, and I doubt if he wants to speak at this point. Part is embarrassment.
Well, it's fresh, man.
That family is a good family.
But I'll be the first one to give him an opportunity to air it.
God
I mean,
bless.
If it's going to be out there, we might as well give his side of the story too. But that being said,
no doubt.
It sounds pretty cut and dry. I mean, I could be wrong, but it sounds like the only thing that's going to be left for him to do is make his apologies.
Yeah, no doubt. Looks like Dems, the extreme election code rewriting, heads to the governor's desk. Final vote on that, 42-25. Senate changed the House bill, an extreme rewrite of many, and it will become a law. Looks like the U.S. rushing to avoid more bank failures and collapses. How many? We're up to 3 now, 3 banks. Of course, the big one is Silicon Valley. And Silicon Valley, $200 billion in assets. You know who's on the board of Silicon Valley Bank? I don't know if you remember Democrat Barney Frank. My name is Barney Frank. His name is Barney Frank. He's on the board.
Of course he is.
Among other big. And the reason Biden is trying to save Silicon Bank and saying they're going to award, he keeps mentioning payroll. That's the bank that Hulu, I think Netflix, and a bunch of tech companies use for their payroll.
Oh, it's a startup.
It's huge.
It's the place that all these Silicon Valley startups use to get their money.
Yep, no doubt. 76% of Americans anticipate inflation, market volatility, and debt will worsen this year. 76% of Americans expect higher inflation, the market to go crazy, and debt will get worse this year. 76% of Americans. And Biden's approval rating is still pretty damn good. Unbelievable. Nuts. Crazy. How is it that his approval rating could be so high? All right, things that happen on this date in history on the way. Boob of the day, 704 KWMW, Malmsmore, 105.1 FM. Morning show being brought to you by Camp of the Tall Pines, beautiful scenic, Mayhill, New Mexico. Want to go up to the mountains? That's the perfect place. If you haven't checked them out, go on Facebook right now. Check them out or go online, camptallpines.com. Convenient RV hookups, glamping tents. They also have cozy cabins. They're adding additional cozy cabins. It's a beautiful place to go. Family gathering, church group, weekend getaways, family outing. They've got fishing there, disc golf, mountain biking. The list goes on and on. Give them a call, 575-687-4101, or book online at camptallpines.com. Will, Text line. We're going to take a break in just a sec.
Someone says, good morning. I heard there was an accident in Ozona, Texas yesterday evening. Illegal smugglers were running from law enforcement, and there was fatalities. I hate that whatever the U.S. is making it okay to kill people on our side of the border. Basically, these folks are, they never, I mean, these coyotes never cared anywhere.
They don't care.
They're just smuggling people. They're just.
I mean, that's why, Will, when we have these people that say, my people, well, who do you think's dealing drugs that kill your people? Who do you think that's smuggling people across and treating them like crap and raping their own people? Think about that one.
No, for sure.
Your people.
Your people. So I was hearing that Gavin Newsom was part of the Silicon Valley Bank.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt if Pelosi is not part of that.
Someone said Barney Frank actually on the board of signature out of New York City.
Oh, Barney Frank.
And is Tom having hemorrhoid surgery today?
Only if that was it. Well, if it would, he could probably see better. So maybe it is one of the same. Man arrested and charged after he walked down the street naked. And just happened about 9 p.m. When an employee who works at Taboo told police that there was a white male walking down the street naked. Jason Smith, 44 years old. Police located him in Palm Beach. And they were like, can we have your ID? Well, he's naked. Where is he storing the damn ID?
I don't want to know if he does have it.
I mean, I don't want to know either. So, anyway, looks like he was maybe drugs were involved. But he told police that he came from a different world. Oh, yeah, we believe that for sure. And a man accused of killing a 16-year-old girl has a criminal history and criminal record. This story out of El Paso, criminal history of the man who was accused of killing a 16-year-old girl who was found dead in an alley last month, has been obtained by ABC7. Criminal records show that 23-year-old Cesar Rocha had been arrested for drug possession charges multiple times in the past, and his latest arrest in 2017. Now he's been charged with, killing a 16-year-old girl. Text line, we'll check the weather, and then we'll take our break.
Someone says, so when are we supposed to get that oil money here in New Mexico? They still haven't decided on how much we're getting for sure yet. They're talking.
I think they've settled that yesterday. It's going to be $500 for single, $1,000 for a couple.
But we don't have any idea of when yet.
When we're going to get it, I have no idea.
Mm-mm. And someone said, I would have to find the study again, but they figured out the percentage of people under under 25 in college. It was Asians in first, African Americans in second, whites third, Hispanic, and others below third. So,
Asians, they make up like 2% of the total population. How can they be first? Wow. If that's the case, I would be like, damn. Well, every Asian out there must be going to college.
Well, but there's a lot that's I mean, like you said, helicopter parents, whatever. I mean, whether they're East Indian, whether they're Oriental, it doesn't matter. They actually, their parents are very involved. And gosh, I had East Indian friends growing up, and I remember one time one of them came home with a B, and he was in tears.
Oh. Yeah, look, I'm not, and I'm not including Filipinos in that because they're not helicopter parents. They're like, go get it done.
You're right.
I mean, I'm serious. They're more Americanized when it comes to that
B
stuff.
gets firsthand.
Yeah. 16.3 million undergraduate students in the United States. Of them, 9.1 million were white 3.2 million Hispanic, 2.2 million Black, and 1.1 million Asian, according to a recent study. So whites, 2 to 1. 2 to 1, no, more than that. So 9 million for whites, 3 million for Hispanics, 2.2 million for Blacks, and 1.1 million for Asians.
Well, and there again, does that have anything to do with systemic racism, or does it have to do with the fact that one group of people make up a bigger percentage than the rest?
50. It's still whites still make up 51% of the population.
Well, and that's just the numbers. That doesn't have anything. I mean, it's just frustrating when people they're going to use those numbers to their advantage to try to push their narrative. Someone said it's too damn cold for a white man to be walking anywhere naked.
I'm telling. Well, this is in Florida, so. Yeah.
Patrick says,
and he probably had some shrinkage going on, even in Florida.
Patrick says,
the wind was blowing.
Yeah. So I can't wait to see what Tom May's new excuse is going to be for screwing up now.
Oh, you can count on it. There will be an excuse for sure. No doubt. All right, 7-11. We're going to give you a chance to qualify for that trip. We're giving away to the Bahamas. Stand by for that. I didn't play when we come back. I'll play Deb Holland and Anna Navarro, what they had to say. Deb is fired up. She's actually flipping when it comes to no drilling. So we'll get to that. Morning show this morning being brought to you by our buddies at North Star Laundry. One-stop shop for all your laundry needs. They can take care of your laundry. They can press. They can starch. They can keep you looking good. They do dry cleaning. They can wash, dry, and fold your clothes. They're open 7 days a week in Carlsbad and in Loving. And they also have coin-operated machines at their facilities, so you can wash your clothes yourself. Find them. They're at 604 West Church and 609 West Lee Street in Carlsbad. And in Loving, they're at 406 West Cedar. Check them out. 62 and sunny all day today, looking good. Winds less than 10 miles an hour. Winds ramping up to about 15 miles an hour tonight, 44, increasing clouds. And tomorrow, 30-mile-an-hour gusts from the southwest, high temperature getting up to 78. Check of the weather being brought to you by Rig Outfitters in the home store located in the Broadmoor Mall. Extensive collection of FR jeans, coveralls, gloves, shirts, you name it, hard hats, boots, steel-toe boots, and in the same store, they have furniture, appliances, electronics. Zero-down financing. Talk to them about that zero-down financing. And next door is Scrub Outfitters. Our buddy Joe has put together both of these stores, and when coming up with the idea of scrubs, he discovered there was a niche in the market. Not a whole bunch of places where you could buy scrubs, and a lot of people working in the medical field. So he opened up Scrub Outfitters, and they have all the scrubs that you will ever need, big name brands. And some of the name brands include Dickies, Medcouture's, Healing Hands, Peaches. They don't have the size or color you're looking for. Make sure and tell them, hey, I'm looking for a size whatever and this color, and they'll get it for you. They also have compression socks, comfy shoes, and more. It's Scrub Outfitters and Rig Outfitters in the Broadmoor Mall. We've got the national anthem, the pledge, the Lord's Prayer, news coming up this morning, and more. Our number 877-396-W105. We're going to qualify people in just a second for the trip we're giving away to the Bahamas. Lord's Prayer this morning, that's on the way right now. The national anthem and the Pledge of Allegiance being brought to you by Rebecca Long, your former insurance agent. Started her business at 19, 40-plus years later, still going strong, still helping people. Not only helping people save money, when there's an accident or a time of need, she's there for you. That's what she's great at. 575-393-2661. Call her today. Let her bundle all your insurance together. Rebecca Long, former insurance agent, 575-393-2661. 7:15, we're being the Breakfast Club on W105. Here is the national anthem and the pledge.
We are the Perry family from Hobbs.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land and of the free and the home of the brave?
God bless America. God bless you. 7:17 large prayer this morning being brought to you by Judah Oil, reminding you God is in control.
This is Mike Welsh. With Judah Oil, can you join us in the Lord's Prayer? Our Father, who art in heaven,
Our Father, who art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come,
Thy kingdom come,
thy will be done,
thy will be done,
on earth as it is in heaven.
on earth as it is on heaven.
Give us this day our
Give
daily
us
bread,
this day our daily bread,
and forgive us
and forgive us,
our trespasses, and we've forgiven those who trespass against us.
and forgive us as we forgive those who trespass against us.
And lead us not into temptation,
And lead us not to temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
Amen.
Amen.
God bless America. God bless you this morning. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Chance Materials, reminding you that every project begins with a solid foundation. Chance Materials, they provide high-quality product, ready-mix concrete, and no matter what the project is, they offer great customer service at the lowest possible price. ChanceMaterials.com, 575-363-3240. If you're wondering, do they deliver where you live? Probably are where you work or on location. Yeah, they have plants in Roswell and in Carlsbad. They probably serve your area. They serve all of Southeast New Mexico. Go to the website, chancematerials.com. On the way, Biden's washing machine rule. Have you heard anything about a washing machine rule? Would make America dirtier, stinkier, and raise the prices. We'll dive into that. Man who raped a 9-year-old girl faces how many years? I'll give you the answer coming up next. And if you're missing your direct deposit at Wells Fargo, we'll tell you why. You might want to check your bank account. ACLU is going to ask the Supreme Court to block state laws banning men from women's sports. That in itself just kind of sounds crazy. Men and women's sports. And Texas threatens to jail convicted felons for life if they're caught illegally crossing the border. We'll get to those stories and more coming up in just a second. National Anthem and Pledge, we got that done. The Lord's Prayer, we got the still to come things that happen on this date in history. Boob of the day. Let's get updated with news being brought to you by the Ragsdale Law Firm, Luke Ragsdale. He's the guy. 600 North Pennsylvania and Roswell, settling the big cases over $10 million in the patch, $9 million for medical malpractice, selling car accident cases, slip and falls, anything personal injury. And if you've gotten yourself in a criminal matter, Luke Ragsdale can help you there. 575-208-5300, RagsdaleLawFirm.com. 720, we're W105. We're coming right back. First, though, before we get the news, let's qualify you for our trip we're giving away to the Bahamas.
Fish, you want to do it all the time. We're just fishing. Old time fishing. Oh, looky there. I've got a bite.
NTD Radio News, I'm Jim Miller. In legislation widely expected to be signed by the governor of New Mexico, school kids at public and charter facilities will soon be able to get free meals, what's being called the Healthy Hunger Free Students Bill of Rights. Senate Bill 4 recently passed New Mexico House, now heads to the governor's desk. Bill requires all public schools, including charter, which participate in the National School Lunch Program, to offer free high-quality meals to all students. Schools would be required to offer a free breakfast and lunch to any student who requests a meal, regardless of income. The bill allows private schools to opt in. Tribally controlled schools could also decide if they want to participate. A man found dead by park rangers at Brantley Lake near Carlsbad March the 10th after he went missing in a jet ski accident at the lake in February. The body found by New Mexico State Park Rangers, who are certified law enforcement officers. New Mexico State Parks continue to assist the Eddy County Sheriff's Office in the investigation. On February 5th, Eddy County Sheriff's deputies were called to Brantley Lake State Park for a report of a man missing in the waters. Search called off 2 days later by New Mexico State Police. The man's identity was not publicly released. Chavez County officials questioning how the lesser prairie chicken was determined to be an endangered species in southwestern Texas and eastern New Mexico, saying that they do not think federal officials are properly considering how populations of the grouse can change significantly depending on various factors. County Manager Bill Williams says he doubts some of the assumptions made by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services when it decided that the lesser prairie chicken is in danger of extinction in the southern distinct population segment. The endangered designation takes effect March 27th. And that's what's happening. I'm Joe Miller, NTD Radio News.
This Chow Panther update being brought to you by Delaware Water Company, LLC. The Delaware Water Company has patented mobile equipment to recycle used produced water for fracking and drilling operations.
Delaware Water Company of Dow, New Mexico, helping keep our drinking water clean and available by supplying water recycling services for our produced oil field water. Reducing the need for freshwater use in the oil field, Delaware Water Company helps to support our oil field business as well as our Jow Panthers and wishes all of our athletes a safe and winning season. Needing water services in the oil field? Support Delaware Water Company and help support our community. Go Panthers!
The Jow Panthers baseball team is beginning to get their feet wet after a majority of their players were part of the Panthers basketball team that went long into the state basketball playoffs. The Panthers have begun the season at 2-4, dropping their first 4 games of the year and then winning back-to-back in a doubleheader against the Mescalero Apache last week. The Panthers next will be in a 3-game baseball tournament, the Eunice Cardinal Classic, beginning on Thursday when they take on host Jow. Jow coach Johnny Estrada says he'll be looking for consistency and also chemistry between his players. The one thing that these Panthers do not lack is confidence. The Jow basketball team made it all the way to the 2A quarterfinals this season, and of course the Jow football team won the 2A state football championship back in the fall, and most of the players on this team were on both those teams. So first things first, it's the Cardinals Classic, 7 p.m. Thursday in Eunice.
This Chow Panther update being brought to you by Delaware Water Company. Contact them at 575-395-9970. Delaware Water Company, LLC, is a proud sponsor of Jow High School Athletics.
Wanting an affordable, quiet place to park your RV while you're working in or around Carlsbad? WWRV is 3 RV parks with one goal: to be a quiet place for their working tenants. 162 RV sites with 30 and 50 amp available. All utilities are included in the price, including premier wired internet at each site for your gaming and movie streaming. WWRV is pet friendly and well lit with plenty of street lights. Get pricing and contact info by visiting their website at wwrvx3.com or call 575-988-0392 for WWRV.
Are you a licensed mental health counselor? Do you specialize in substance abuse treatment and counseling? The GEO Group at Lee County Correctional Facility in Hobbs has immediate openings for these positions. Would you like to work in security? Cadets start out at $17.50 per hour and receive a $1,000 sign-on bonus. Once certified, you'll get another $1,000 bonus and $20 per hour. The GEO Group is also seeking academic, vocational, and special education instructors. Great benefits, excellent pay, and a career that makes a difference. To apply, visit jobs.geogroup.com. That's jobs.geogroup.com.
Moments like hearing my cat purr good morning mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib. Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone, America's #1 brakes destination. We have the pads, rotors, drums, shoes, and brake fluids to improve your stopping power. Right now, save 15% when you get any 2 Duralast rotors with a set of Duralast brake pads. Missing a tool? Ask about our free Loan-A-Tool program and borrow the tools you need to get the job done.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the MPD Group 2021. Deposit required for Loan-A-Tool.
What do you mean he went searching for fresher powder? We have full classes today.
Instructor down at Vesper Ski School.
Toward each other to snowplow, honey, not away.
She needs more ski instructors to slalom through the day-to-day.
Pizza, fries. Whoa, Braley, no, pizza.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Why did they do that?
Because they're stupid, that's why.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet, and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. Text line at 877-396-W105.
I love the morning show.
And it is 7:28. Will, if I go offline on the camera, that's because I start bleeding. My nose starts bleeding. I don't want people to see me bleeding in the middle of... So
this is just one of those.
Just giving you a heads up.
Is it just one of those days or what?
I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know. Dizzy, nosebleeds. What the hell?
That's not good, B.
Maybe I got an aneurysm. 729. Morning show this morning being brought to you by our buddies at WWRV. Of course, located in Carlsbad. They've got 3 RV parks. All of their sites, they've got 162 RV sites. All hookups come with 30 and 50 amps. All utilities included in one price, and wired internet to every hookup. That's super cool. They're pet friendly, very well lit up, and a great place. Great place to, for working folks. Go to the website, wwrv3.com, or just give them a call, 988-0392. New survey finds 48% of adults think vacations are reserved only for special occasions. Special occasions include birthdays, anniversaries, leaving the kids at grandma's. Another 40% said you should travel as much as you can, which is easy for these type of people to say because they absolutely don't have a job. evidently. New study. Wait, I'm one of those people. New study shows that reusable water bottles hold more bacteria than the toilet seat. Only difference is you never drink from a toilet seat, right? I know I wouldn't.
No.
So,
but I'm looking at my reusable water bottle, going, yuck.
Yeah, well, and what they're saying, if you do not wash it, it will build 40 times more bacteria than the average toilet seat.
No, I don't doubt that at all.
I know my tumbler, if I don't wash that thing out like every other day, it gets, especially if I put tea or coffee in it, it gets nasty.
Oh yeah, I have 3 that I rotate.
It's good.
For that reason.
Bleach in there.
Yeah.
White House approved the Willow Oil Project. Biden administration yesterday approved it. Oh my goodness.
Walking it back. Walking it back.
Phillips. Yeah, ConocoPhillips. My brother is probably applauding this. Worked for ConocoPhillips his entire life, so the only company he ever worked for. So I would think that he's happy because I would think their stock's going up. U.S. is helping Australia get submarines. Joe Biden yesterday announced that the U.S. will speed up the efforts to get Australia their own nuclear-powered submarines earlier in the next decade. The announcement came in response to China's recent military movements. Every Australian that I've ever met, I met another one this week, good people, and they all say the same thing. Don't ever give up your guns like we did. I mean, they could still have guns for hunting and that type of stuff, but basically, they made them give all their guns up.
Look, you want
don't ever give them
2 really, really good examples of what not to do. Canada and Australia.
Yeah.
Look what they did during the pandemic. Look how they used those temporary authorities to completely take over those countries.
Yeah, no doubt. Looks like FBI reports show a rise in hate crimes. FBI releasing crimes that they found were hate crimes in the United States surged about 11.6%. Largest number of motives is black bias against black people.
BS.
Reports said that 64.5% of hate crime victims were African American.
Well, I'm just
wondering why Hispanics, which is a larger minority, doesn't get the same hate. I'm not buying this BS.
I don't buy it either. And there again, with all of the hate that they're perpetrating against and division that they're making, the mainstream media is pushing this on everybody. What do they expect?
I want to know the FBI numbers on crime just in general, because I know crime is going up through the wazoo. That's the numbers I want to know.
So they're encouraging everybody to hate white people, and then everybody's supposed to like go out and sing Kumbaya?
Oh, yeah. According to a survey, 17,000 U.S. adults, 44% have seen Top Gun, but a whopping 38% have not seen it. Now, if you do the math on that, and so 38%, that say half of that, another 15%, go and watch that movie, that's huge. Of course, it probably will be coming out on Amazon shortly, I would think. How many people saw Avatar, The Way of the Water? It's only like 15%. 15%. And when it comes to Top Gun, 44%. How many people went to see Elvis? 13% have seen Elvis.
I've seen 2 of those. I've seen 2 of those movies of the 3.
Yeah. 8% have seen Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Haven't seen it. And there again, and Top Gun, I didn't watch it in the theater. I didn't watch it till it was out of the theater.
Yeah, I watched it while I was in the theater, but on my TV.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Bootlegger.
Yeah, no doubt.
And someone says Will B has menopause.
Yeah, that's why I'm bleeding.
And someone said
from my nose.
Tell B to check his blood pressure. The symptoms of having could be extreme high blood pressure. Well, he's been checking his blood.
My blood pressure today because I've been dizzy.
And he was normal.
And it was what I tell you, 120/86.
Yeah, pretty normal. Yeah, his dystolic was a little low the other day, and so I told him, be careful because he's talking about being dizzy, and I was like, well, that could be a little bit low blood pressure, but he's been pretty normal.
Yeah. So the first time in my life I've been.
So was this just that time of the month, P?
It could be. It could be. Or maybe I'm just tired. The wife is wearing me out. All these damn trips. Maybe I need just a break.
Someone says we is poisoning you.
Yeah. She's poisoned me with shrimp and vegetables tonight. It was pretty damn good.
Oh, you suck.
So Thursday and Friday, I will be on a different island doing the show Thursday and Friday. Be back Saturday,
Very cool.
I think.
Well, I'm probably going to be in Ruidoso, at least Friday.
I got passports to go. The daughter's getting her passport. So maybe she'll come back to the U.S. with us. Biden's washing machine rule. I haven't heard about the washing. Have you heard anything about the washing machine rule?
Does it have to do with laundering money?
No, but it would make Americans dirtier and stinkier, and the price of a washing machine would go up. Last month, Biden administration, Department of Energy, proposed new efficiency standards for washing machines that require the new appliances to use less water.
Oh, so it's not bad enough we have to get rid of our gas stoves. Now we have to buy new washing machines.
Yeah, no longer, and also detergents are the problem too, because they're pollutants. So they would force manufacturers to change their standards. No, thank you. And you know what? I kind of like the washing machine that I used to have, an old one that I can work on myself. I kind of like that. These new smart machines, I'm not that smart. 737, checking in, find out what's going on the text line, 877-396-W105.
Well, before we do that, we've got a phone call, B. Let's do that. Good morning, you're on B in the Breakfast Club. Who we got?
Good morning, guys, over here at Roswell.
Hey, what's going on?
So now we're supplying Australia with submarines. I mean, what's going on? These politicians and the president, they throw around all this money like we're some kind of top G dogs or something. But I mean, meanwhile we're over here, with all this inflation. How about we stop helping everybody else and focus on our damn country? I mean, I'm fed up with it. $4 or $5 the diesel. Yeah, it's went down. But it's still not what we were paying under Trump, and for people not to pick up on this and want to fight back, it blows my mind. I just wish everybody would get on the same page and we just shut this country down ourselves and see what the hell they do, because I mean I'm to the point where let's help this country, let's help that country, and we're just pouring a ton of money and we're over here struggling with this crap. It's frustrating. You know what I mean?
Amen.
Hey, what about Ukraine? What about the money that we're sending Ukraine?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just sickening that we are giving money to every country in the world. And, I got a story somewhere in my stack. How much money do you think illegal immigration is costing each United States taxpayer? I mean, we all got to pay our share. What do you think your share is?
Man,
$1,300 a month. $1,300.
Really?
$1,300 a year would be your share.
A year or a month?
No, a year. That would be your share. $1,300 a year.
I was going to say $1,300 a month. That's more than I pay for each of my kids.
No. $1,300 a year times every person living in America.
That's still.
What did we say? This? Look, enough is enough. We can't afford it.
I didn't sign up to take care of people from another country.
Where's the compassion on our own people? Like that guy that just called. busting his ass, trying to take care of his people, his family. Where's the compassion?
Well,
and then we got that smug son of a gun, the president of Mexico, acting all smug and stuff.
Oh. So we're gonna give illegals all kinds of money. Now they're just gonna rush the border. And
look, I've said it before, Will. We can fix this immigration problem quick. All we have to do is say no more remittance from the United States. We're cutting off all forms of wiring money to Mexico. Any way to send money to Mexico, we're cutting it all off. The number one income producer is people here in the U.S. sending money to Mexico. They act like we can't play hardball. That's because no president, with the exception of Trump, had the cojones to stand up. I mean, Biden, those things must have shriveled up or something. They're about the size of raisins at this point.
Man, it's not good. So someone says, I work in construction and pricing out appliances is one of my jobs. I went from getting stoves at $699 to $1,699. So, yeah, let's see where the washing machines go. They're from $499 to $14.99. Just watch.
Yep. Wait for it. Man who raped that 9-year-old girl faces 99 years in prison. Jury is convicted 30-year-old Andres Gonzalez Gaton of raping a 9-year-old girl. District attorney says that Gonzalez raped the girl in 2018, left her with sexually transmitted infection. He also threatened the girl to make sure that she didn't tell anybody. He's been convicted of 2 counts of criminal sexual penetration of a child under the age of 13, 2 counts of attempted criminal sexual penetration of a child under 13, 2 counts of sexually contact with a minor under the age of 13, bribery, and now faces 99 years in prison. Only if he will serve 99 years in prison. Only if he does. Guarantee you that dude's out at probably 30 years minimum.
What state is this again?
In New Mexico.
Oh, this is New Mexico. Yeah, he won't serve. I mean, if it was Texas, but I mean, I'm encouraged
Texas is getting weak too.
I'm encouraged that they're at least starting with 99 years. I'm with you. I don't think he'll serve that, but at least they're starting that high.
Yep. Check your direct deposit if it was supposed to go into your Wells Fargo bank account. Some Wells Fargo customers posting online that their direct deposits, scheduled paychecks, and so on and so forth did not hit their bank on Friday. Many Wells Fargo customers voicing frustration over money that appeared to be missing from their online bank account on Friday morning. Bank said in a statement that they are aware that some customers' direct deposit transactions are not showing up in their account.
Well, I'll let you know on Friday when it's payday, because then I'll tell you if ours hit or not.
ACLU asking the Supreme Court to block states that are banning men from competing in women's sports. Texas would be one of those states. So Supreme Court is given counsel for a transgender middle school student until March to respond to a West Virginia emergency application to lift the federal appeals court order blocking the state Save the Women's Sports Act. So Save the Women's Sports Act is exactly what it is. Saving women's sports from being hijacked by boys competing against girls. Legal action comes as West Virginia and other states have been taking on should boys be able to compete against girls? Several states like Florida, Texas, Arkansas, Montana, Mississippi, and Idaho have passed legislation saying no males will compete in girls' activity. None. Born a man, you're going to compete with the men. Born a woman, you'll compete with the women. I got a feeling Supreme Court will side with common sense.
I would hope so.
I would too.
Biology matters, people.
Yeah, science. Remember when they said follow the science? This is science. Texas threatened to jail convicted felons for life if they're caught illegally crossing the border. And they go on to say, we mean business. Dan Patrick, the lieutenant governor of Texas, discussing the state's attempt to come up strong with legislation, saying that we will throw your butt in jail for life in Texas if you are a convicted felon and you were deported and then you cross back into the United States. We will throw your butt in jail for life. No chance of parole. Life. The bad part about this is that you got to pay for them for life. I get what you mean, but you got to pay for it. All right, text line is open. Our number 877-396-W105.
And Buddy says, I plan to put my laundry on MLG's tab. And so it says, I'm just tired of giving all this money to all these freaking illegal immigrants coming in and tired of giving away money to all these other foreign nations, doing all this crap for NATO. Like, really, America has money to burn a hole in your pocket and you don't know how to invest it in your own country. Get your blank together, bro. That's from Chip this morning.
No doubt. No doubt. The whole thing is just sad. I mean, we forget about our own. We got our military and our vets committing suicide at a very high rate because they're not being taken care of.
Someone asked, where's Tom A this morning? He's having his cataract looked at. His second cataract procedure is this morning. And someone says, when I moved to New Mexico 10 years ago, 50 pounds of welding rods was $79. Now it's $254. And have y'all seen the photos in Juarez at the border?
Oh, you mean when they're bum rushing?
Yeah, the videos of, and photos of, and it was interesting because they're like making a big deal of the border agents in riot gear. I was like, they had riot shields holding people back, but the one border agent I saw was a female and she was not wearing a helmet.
Did you see the story about the zebra that went crazy and attacked this guy, actually put him in the hospital? Crazy story.
Wow.
And so remember the movie they came out, Cocaine Bears?
Yeah.
They've got a new movie that's coming out. The original will be called Cocaine Zebra.
Cocaine Zebra.
Coming soon. If you loved Cocaine Bear, get ready for Cocaine Zebra.
It bit my arm off!
It's as plain as black and white, but it snorted too much white. Cocaine Zebra.
I'd give an arm or leg to see it.
Coming soon.
Oh,
so don't miss it.
That's bad.
So I got the story. I got to figure out where that story is. But the zebra attacks this guy, and I think he had it as a pet. I know in Texas there are other people that have had zebras as pets. Isn't like a zebra like a donkey anyway?
I mean, about the size of one, but no.
Yeah.
They're smaller. They're smaller than horses for sure, but.
Yeah, this is in Ohio. So the zebra attacked the man and sent him to the hospital. Man hospitalized after the zebra attacked him and bit his arm. This happened Sunday. Deputies shot and killed the zebra. Deputies dispatched to the home in Circleville, Ohio, after getting a call from a man who said that his arm had been bitten off. Not bitten, bitten off by the zebra. Holy crap, they left out one word.
Yeah, no lie.
And bitten off is a big difference.
It is a big difference.
So the zebra charged the patrol vehicle, and the guy used his air horn to try to scare him away. That just pissed him off. So bit the guy's. He said the zebra got aggressive, and they ended up putting it down. I'm sure the animal rights folks are like, zebras are not listed as wild or dangerous animals in Ohio. So you can't own them for pets. But in this case, I don't know if I want a zebra for a pet. Just saying. All right, Boob of the Day coming up in just a second. Things that happen on this date in history. Will, what's up on the text 751?
Someone talking about that guy who raped a 9-year-old said they should cut that dude's junk off and then have him raped. After those charges that just read, he's convicted of, Kevin. He'll never make it 3 years in there. There's still a sense of honor among some of those folks in jail.
We can only hope.
Yep. And B, what is the Willow Project? Someone said.
Willow Project is that drilling in the off the North Slope in Alaska. ConocoPhillips heading that up. And I bet they had to pay Biden off. Just saying. ConocoPhillips love you, but I mean, Biden ain't gonna approve anything without getting paid. Some way, somehow.
Shane and Roswell. He said the zebra was just mad because he didn't know if it was black or white. Time to ban zebras, someone said. And the female doesn't need a helmet. She's a standard hard-headed woman like any other woman. They're great. Now you're going to get me some hate. Yes, donkeys and zebras are related. I think even horses and zebras are related. I mean, if you're looking at that, so it says, Kevin, you failed to mention the zebra was given bath salts. It was on meth. It is meth. My payday is tomorrow. My check was here today, someone said. So maybe it was just certain ones.
Yeah.
Can we start getting the guys from the Eddy County Jail to clean up the trash on the side of the road? That was from JR this morning.
Oh, they can't make them. That's cruel and unusual punishment. Put them in the chain gang. Put them on the chain gang and put them out there.
Oh, but that's like slavery, B.
I hate to say it. It still goes on in the South. Hell, Angola Penitentiary in Louisiana, I think the only penitentiary that is self-sustainable. That everything that they feed the inmates, they grow.
Yeah, see, that makes too much sense to me. Let them grow their own food. Let them work. I mean, if I don't want to, I'm not looking for making a bunch of slaves, but by the same standpoint, I'm not looking to pay people who break the law to just, get a cot and 3 squares or whatever they say.
Put them out.
Yep.
Put them out working. 7:53 morning show this morning being brought to you by up-s.com, United Pump and Supply. Give them a call today if you're looking for a job. They're hiring relief valve technicians. They're opening up very soon in Carlsbad, and they're looking for relief valve technicians. If you are a technician working as a relief valve technician, they would love to chat with you. Go apply right now at up-s.com. Opening soon in Carlsbad. They got 60 years of experience in Texas, and they have the staff to take care of you. And like I said, opening soon in Carlsbad. They serve everybody with a complete line of chemical pumps, valves, chokes, gauges, and big name brands like Superior Products and Chicago Valve, and the list goes on and on. up-s.com for more information. Things that happen on this date in history being brought to you by Train It New Mexico. Get your CDL in 1 week. Mention being the Breakfast Club. Get $100 off the price. 96% passing rate in 1 week. on the first try. Yeah, I don't want to forget that. On the first try. They've got 25 years of training and staff development, and they believe the best way to get ahead is through quality training. What separates them from everybody else? How can they achieve a 96% passing rate in 1 week? One-on-one training. One-on-one training, more time behind the wheel. They'll teach you how to pass the driving test, skills test, and the CDL inspection. Find out more information today by calling them at 575-840-9555. Based out of Roswell, 840-9555. Give them a call today. Train at New Mexico. Things that happen on this date in history. Eli Whitney patented the cotton gin on this date in 1794. First national bird reservation was established in Florida in 1903. President Warren Harding became the first U.S. president to file income tax. On this date, 1964, a jury in Dallas found Jack Ruby guilty of murdering Lee Harvey Oswald, the accused assassin, of course, of John F. Kennedy. If Tom was here, he would say that no. Last episode of Batman aired on TV. Holy cancellations in 1968. Burt Reynolds became the first male centerfold on Playgirl magazine in 1972. They were very careful with the staples. Robert McDonald set the world record for sleep. He slept 453 hours and 43 minutes. By the way, that's 19 days.
Holy cow.
Wow. Birthdays today. It's National Pie Day. Birthdays today. Steph Curry having a birthday, 35. Steph Curry is 35, the basketball player. Taylor Hanson is 40 years old. I think he was with the group, the Hansons. But
you are correct. And he's 40? Holy.
Yeah, 40 years old. Makes me feel old. Prince Albert of Monaco is 65. The guy that played T.J. Hooker is 69. Adrian Zimmed. And Rick Dees, DJ from back in the day, turned 73, still working on the air every day. Also wrote the song Disco Duck back in the day. Took a parody song and actually it charted. Billy Crystal, you look marvelous, is 75 years old. And Michael Caine and Quincy Jones are both 90 today. By the way, if you're having a birthday, happy birthday wish going out to you. 2 minutes away from 8. We're going to get you updated with the weather coming up in just a second. Also, Boob of the Day up next. Text line 877-396-W105.
Someone says, one time my dad stayed up 28 days, and yes, there were chemicals involved. Yeesh.
Wow.
How does it make them slaves if they're only working to feed themselves and pay for their housing? They made their choice to break the law. Then they deserve to be there.
Do you know at Angola Penitentiary, they built a golf course that you can go play on the prison grounds? And this thing is like Arnold Palmer. I mean, it's an awesome course.
I bet it's well maintained.
Very well maintained by the inmates.
That's what I'm saying. So I bet the inmates at the prison that is self-sustaining are easier to transfer back to society because they have a sense of community, and I'm willing to bet that that is probably one of the most decent prisons out there.
Oh, it's a rough place.
Oh, is it rough?
It is a rough place, but everybody works. You might work raising cattle. You might work picking veggies. You might be a welder. The list goes, and every year they do their annual rodeo that people go and check them out. And I mean, some tough cowboys. 7:59, be on the Breakfast Club coming up in a couple weekends, March 24th and 25th, Chick Days. at Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply in Roswell. Buy a 25-pound bag of Purina Start and Grow and get 3 chicks free. 50-pound bag of Start and Grow from Purina, get 6 chicks free. There'll be a petting zoo there from Ruan Ranches.
Runyon Ranch.
Runyon Ranches. And also they've got the food trucks from the Little Bits. And so bring the kids, lots of things for the kids to do. And coming up at the Lincoln County Mercantile in Capitan, there'll be Chick Days April 7th through 8th. Check them out in a couple weeks for the Chick Days, Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. Straight up 8 o'clock.
I'm going back and I'm looking at this. Someone sent me a text. I said, I thought William Shatner played T.J. Hooker. He did. And he's way older than 69. Yes, he is. So I don't know. I heard B say that, and I'm like, what are you talking about? T.J. Hooker.
I don't know.
Because, yeah, William Shatner did play T.J. Hooker. I was like, I should have said something when you read it so you could look at it, but I was just like, oh, I was looking at
of T.J. Hooker.
Oh, okay.
Of T.J. Hooker. He didn't play.
Maybe it was the younger cop. I don't know.
Yeah. Of T.J. Hooker. He was also on Bachelor Party. If that helps anybody. I don't know who the guy is.
No. That didn't ring a bell.
No idea. Looks like a Florida woman found sleeping with a gun in her lap at a gas station. Investigators in Central Florida found the woman asleep at the wheel at the gas pump with a firearm in her lap. It all began when the clerk at 7-Eleven noticed the vehicle had stopped at the gas pump and had been there about 45 minutes. Clerk called the sheriff's department. First deputy on the scene found the 30-year-old woman, Nicole Pickleton, asleep at the wheel. By the way, there's a small baggie of crystal-like substance, in her backpack. They believe it was methamphetamine, but I thought methamphetamine kept you awake. By the way, she was arrested. Yeah, she was at 7-Eleven, high on meth, armed with a gun, and she could get 7 to 11 years. Just thought I'd throw that out there. All right, well, we got to get to the boob of the day this morning. That's being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics, medical professionals that can take care of you. They've got a lot of experience, and functional medicine is a different type of medicine. Yeah, I mean, they are medical professionals that can help you, but they look at blood work and they figure out what's going on, maybe a deficiency in vitamins, maybe could be hormonal issues, and they figure out how to help you out. They do things like ozone therapy, stem cell therapy, the cryotherapy, and the list goes on and on. Testosterone therapy. Find out more information. Just go to Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. They're on Facebook, 3900 North Lovington Highway, Hobbs, or you can go to the website, thedesertfma.com for more information. Proud sponsor of the Boob of the Day.
So if you went to a cafe called We Spy Coffee and More, you probably assumed, and the more would be other drinks they offer, not the fact that they're spying on people, for real. On Saturday, a man went in the restroom at We Spy Coffee and More in Florida and noticed a camera recording him from under the sink. He confronted the employees and called the cops. The police came and arrested a 31-year-old man named Spyridon something or other. I can't pronounce his last name. And yes, his name is Spy from We Spy Coffee and More. And he's known as an employee and business partner of the cafe. And I know it sounds like a joke, but this is real. He admitted that he placed the camera there and recorded the victim and other males using the restroom. He's been doing it for a month, he said. So the cops want to talk to anyone else who thinks they may be a victim. Spy was charged with battery and video voyeurism. And now he is the boob of the day. Hey, at least there's truth in advertising.
He is a spy.
We Spy Coffee and More. We spy you in the bathroom. And you are the boob of the day. Congratulations.
Boob of the day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine Anesthetics. On the way, coming up during the next break, some of the stories we'll be talking about. A man arrested in a bus. You're not going to believe where he stashed the fentanyl. Roundhouse packed for the end of the legislative session. Got a bunch of bills that are heading to the floor. We'll see if anybody, any of them, get passed, or they could run out of time. The governor will be signing the Voting Rights Act. I'll talk about that. Inmate named the Ninja Killer, set to be executed for a double homicide in Florida. I'll tell you more about that guy. And Republicans.
Now, did he kill ninjas, or was he a ninja that was a killer?
He was a killer that act like.
Ninja. Gotcha.
And Republicans asking the Energy Secretary to retract alarming praise for China and their climate efforts.
I'm sorry, say what?
Yeah.
The people that pollute more than any other place on the country.
You're right. Yep. And Midland, Odessa's unemployment rate the lowest in Texas. I'll talk about those stories and more coming up in just a second. Text line, Will, and then we'll take a break.
Someone says he was great on Bachelor Party and on Grease 2. And someone says, yeah, he was in Grease 2. Just ask Tom A. I'm sure he's seen it 100 times. Too bad he's not here. I'm sure you're right. And I don't know, Chip, was that an inmate? Because I don't know who that. Chip sent me a video of some dude riding a bull, and he said, best bull rider ever, Will. The dude was shirtless, smoking a cigarette the whole time, and no joke, the dude is legit. I don't know what. He must have been on something, because, yeah, that didn't even seem possible. But he was riding it like a champ. I think we're pretty much caught up. Looks like that caught us up right there.
Good deal. Check of the weather, 62 and sunny all day today, 44 tonight, 68 tomorrow, windy tomorrow, though. Yeah, we got 30-mile-an-hour winds tomorrow. It's Check News this morning being brought to you by the Twin Wells Fuel Station. If you're driving on 128 right now, need fuel, exit on Buck Jackson Road, go down 2.75 miles. They are open to the public, large facility, covered. Very nice. They sell unleaded, green diesel, red diesel, DEF value. They sell it all. And they do accept credit cards, fleet cards, and major credit cards. Don't sweat it next time you're traveling on 128 and need fuel. Exit on Buck Jackson Road. Go down to the Twin Wells Fuel Station. 808, we're beyond the Breakfast Club, KWMW, Maljamar, 105.1 FM, better known as W105. Checking in with news.
Fox News, I'm Lillian Wu. The latest inflation data shows the average American shelled out 6% more for things this February than last, with mainly shelter, food, and energy driving the consumer price index higher.
Eggs are up 55.4%. Airline fares are still 26.5% higher year over year. Margarine is still about 40% higher year over year, and natural gas is still up a little more than 14%.
Fox's Cheryl Casoni, some 20 million people across the Northeast are under winter weather alerts as they brace for a powerful nor'easter.
According to the National Weather Service, wet snow, rain, and strong winds that could top 50 miles an hour are expected to impact a large swath of New England, upstate New York, Northeast Pennsylvania, and portions of New Jersey through Wednesday.
Fox's Rebecca Castor. America's listening to Fox News.
M&N Services, LLC of Hobbs, is a fully licensed, certified, and insured business serving Lee and Eddy counties as well as parts of West Texas. They specialize in shop and field welding, dirt work, backhoe and dump truck services, hot water steamers, sail caliche, topsoil, oil field cleanups, sandblasting, and painting. They also construct mobile home pads and dirt roads, both commercial and residential. Give M&N Services, LLC a call today at 575-691-8038 for all your dirt work, sandblasting, and welding needs.
You know what makes me sick? You know what makes me so mad? I want to dip my head in a bucket full of catfish eggs so I can check that off my to-do list. No two ways about it. My old lady Pearl is selfish. She's the worst kind of selfish. That woman is a bed hog. Every night after I catch your ball scores on TV, I go in the bedroom and there's Pearl, spread eagle, like a skydiver in a full-blown hurricane. She looks like one of them giant flying squirrels I have in them National Geographic videos, sailing from treetops to treetops with her hair-covered underarm skin flapping in the breeze like an old pair of pants on a wash line. I measured the bed. It's 76 inches wide and 80 inches long. Pearl's got over 21 square feet of Sealy Posturepedic real estate to park her carcass on. So, can somebody please tell me why that woman feels absolutely compelled to drag her lumpy self over to Earl's snoozatorium side every night? It ain't just that I don't like Pearl migrating to my side of the bed every night. It's all the random roadside litter she brings with her. When you average it all out, see, I spent a half an hour every morning picking up greasy makeup remover cotton balls, dog-eared romance novels, half-eaten chocolates, and all kinds of tweezers, fingernail clippers, and various torture devices she uses to pry her face muscles apart so she can relax until she screws everything down again the next morning. And that don't even count the plastic hair curlers that jam themselves between my butt cheeks every night. Wake up, America! I got the solution. Turns out if you fortify yourself with a 12-pack of long necks and go find your chainsaw before the buzz wears off, a king-size mattress makes two of the dandiest matching twin beds you ever seen. I'm Earl Pizza American. It's gonna happen, Pearl. Pizza.
Red Zone 2023, a night with two-time NFL MVP and Super Bowl champion Kurt Warner is coming to the Bulldog Pit in Artesia, New Mexico, Saturday, April 1st. Doors open at 6 p.m. Event begins at 7. The event is free of charge, but you must have a ticket to enter. Tickets must be picked up at the Chamber of Commerce in Artesia. Red Zone 2023 is presented by myashley.org, a local charity with the focus of combating the epidemic of drunk driving after the Richards daughter, Ashley Richards, lost her life to a drunk driver in 2009. Come show your support and see Super Bowl champ Kurt Warner 7 p.m. Saturday, April 1st at the Bulldog Pit in Artesia. Tickets and corporate sponsorships are still available by contacting the Artesia Chamber of Commerce. Ad made possible by a donation from Yucca Blossom.
When you need a water well drilled or serviced, you want the experience and dedication of the best. That's Desert Sand Water Well, offering new well drilling, service, maintenance on residential and irrigation wells, sand separator installations, and well treatment. They're licensed and bonded in New Mexico. And Desert Sand Water Well offers 24/7 service with flat hourly rates, even after hours, covering all of southeast New Mexico. Desert Sand Water Well also offers free consultations and same-day service when possible. Call Desert Sand Water Well at 575-396-3790 or visit them online at desertsandsnm.com.
That is the sound of your company logo getting printed on 500 shirts. Smart move. And an even smarter move in choosing the experts.
Awesome Graphics, serving Southeast New Mexico and West Texas for 15 years, can not only brand your t-shirts, they can embroider your polos, hats, and jackets. They can print your signs and stickers, large and small. They can handle vinyl graphics for your vehicle. Are the windows in your business too plain? Awesome can print custom decals that allow you to see out, but your customers just see your logo. In fact, Awesome Graphics can put your logo on practically every promotional item under the sun, from coffee cups and water bottles to keychains and sun visors for your company vehicles. Want authentic Yeti ramblers, mugs, or tumblers customized with your company logo? Awesome Graphics is ready. Stop by 523 West Sanger and Hobbs for ideas or simply visit myawesomegraphics.com. Trust Awesome Graphics and rest assured whatever they printed on, your logo will look awesome.
Hi, Jan from Toyota speaking.
Jan, I heard it's a good time to buy a Toyota.
Sure is. From now until April 4th, you can shop all your favorites like Corolla, RAV4, Sequoia, and more. Imagine yourself in a new Tundra where...
You finally built that tree house you promised your daughter.
Sarah?
Hi, Dad. Mom said you were taking too long on the phone.
Toyota, let's go places. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Dealer inventory may vary.
Visit Permian Toyota in Hobbs today. Toyota, Let's go places.
For a working man, protection on the job is always first priority. But when it comes to clothes, safety shouldn't compromise style and comfort. And thanks to Wrangler flame-resistant apparel, it doesn't have to. Now the same Wrangler style and comfort you love comes with the protection you need. And with a product guarantee for the life of the garment, they'll take the heat off of any job you take on. Stop by Benny's Western Store in Artesia or Carlsbad to try on some Wrangler flame-resistant apparel today. For the right work clothes, think inside the closet.
It's alive! Bee and the Breakfast Club in the morning, W105.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet, and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. Text line at 877-396-W105.
You're the coolest person that's ever talked to me.
I forgot I didn't play the View cut of the day. Ana Navarro talking about Kamala Harris is great. She's really awesome. You people just hate her because she's of color.
You know what they're doing? They're playing right into the hands of Fox News. Fox News every single day goes after Kamala Harris, trying to portray her as inept and some kind of bumbling fool. She's not. That's not who she is. And so Democrats have got to come out and reinforce Kamala. They've got to stop playing into the hands of these people who cannot stand that she is the first woman of color vice president, and don't want her to succeed. And by the way, her husband is great too. I have to.
I'm glad you didn't say she was African American. I'm glad you didn't say that because, I'm glad.
Look.
And Deb Haaland kind of flipping, yesterday Biden signed that big oil and gas project on the north slope of Alaska. And, Biden's done a lot, more so than any president. You know that.
President Biden has done more than any other in history to invest in our nation's lands, waters, and clean energy. The clean energy transition will not happen overnight, but it will happen with all of us working together. I am confident that we are on the right path, even if it's not always a straight line.
Not the straight.
So this is how we're going to spin it. Well, way to go, Deb.
You know what I loved? I love the music they put in the background.
Well, the native inspired, because it's Deb Haaland.
Yeah. Thank you, Deb. We appreciate you.
Let's not pander to anybody or anything.
I tell you what, Deb looks like she has been rode hard and put out the
that poor woman. She's it's not good.
I mean, that face looks like you could, probably make a belt out of it.
Oh, B.
Well, have you seen her?
I know.
Holy
I'm not.
crap.
But damn.
It looks like the first pair of ostrich boots.
Oh, you just keep going, making it worse.
Florida man arrested for stabbing somebody at a wedding reception in Florida, of course. Somebody got to remind this guy, look, you're supposed to cut the cake, not the guest. Only in Florida. What the hell? 818. A lot of people get canceled out and have the opportunity to come back. Look, I don't follow country music nowadays. I don't. I like old country, but it's good to see Morgan Wallen, who got canceled out for dropping the N-word and saying it to a black man who he was friends with, and the black man was not offended. But since it was caught, because he was a little intoxicated and dropped it, they canceled him.
Oh, but they've already forgotten that because he's had 2 pop hits. Now, he's a country artist, but he's had 2 crossover on the pop chart since that time. So they could somehow. I want to know his recipe for how he gets out of cancel culture, because I have to say, because there were radio stations that completely banned his music
we're not playing his music anymore,
and country stations that normally like, I don't give a crap. There were some that didn't care, but there were some that were just like, oh no. In fact, there were some in Lubbock that were just like, oh no more Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, well, evidently people short-lived. Maybe you noticed Morgan Freeman was wearing a black glove on his left hand at the Oscars. Turned out that he had a near fatal car accident back in 2008, and his left hand has been paralyzed.
Huh.
I didn't know that. Yeah, he's wearing a compression glove to keep the blood flowing. Huh. And Harrison Ford is up there. He was a presenter at the Oscars. Was supposed to be joined by Glenn Close. Of course, they were on Air Force One together, but she didn't show up. Oregon man arrested in a drug bust with fentanyl stashed in his butt.
No.
So the Oregon man arrested in the drug bust, and they did find the stash in the body cavity. He was booked into the jail. 27-year-old Zebediah Newcomb and 39-year-old Thomas Cole. They were both arrested. SWAT team busted them.
I just got to say,
single home.
That's a level of desperation. I mean, if I'm so desperate that I got to do drugs that came out of another person's backside.
I'm telling you. I mean, you're about to take the pill, and you're like, God, it smells a little like poop. Wow. So, arrested. It's kind of a scary place to hide drugs, especially fentanyl. Can you imagine if the bag rips? You're in a buttload of trouble. You really are.
Oh.
I mean, it'll kill you quick.
Yeah, it would.
By the way, K9 was able to sniff it out.
They
were like, why is the dog sniffing his butt? Well, that's what dogs do.
This is what they do. No, it's because that's where he has the drugs.
Yeah. Roundhouse packed as the end of the legislative session. So Saturday is the last day. So they've got a bunch of capital outlay projects that they will be discussing.
But look for them to try to sneak in as much stuff as they can.
Oh, yeah. Last minute stuff. There are more than 300 bills that have made their way, and we'll see if they get snuck in. Voting Rights Act will go to the governor's desk. That's probably going to happen in the next day or so. But it's going, and they changed this bill up so much that automatic registration at the DMV and so on and so forth. Election day holiday. So you'll get off for election.
Is that actually a thing? It for sure happened?
Yep.
All right, we've got a call when you're ready, B.
Let's go to a call, then we'll come back and talk about the energy secretary kissing the ass of China.
Oh, here we go. I think this is Mad Dog. Good morning. You're on B in the Breakfast Club.
Good morning.
What's up, Mad Dog? Moonbeam.
Oh, heck. I was just got amused when I read the stuff about the Grisham. She's not going to get her raise, because it would be against the law or whatever. Have y'all seen that write up in the paper?
No,
I did not see that.
One of these, I can't even remember who it was. They're all Democrats, so it doesn't really matter who the guy was. But one of the guys that I think he may be in her so-called cabinet. They're all getting like nearly $60,000 a year raises. But
now, Mad Dog, it's only $55,000. I mean, only
whatever. But she won't get it because that would be kind of like against the law for her to sign for her own raise. But it's okay for her to sign for all the rest of the deadbeats.
So, Mad Dog, you've never got a $55,000 a year raise. I mean, serious.
Shoot, no, never. Not even close. And I will say though, Purtle, he made a comment that he's not against people getting a raise, but it ought to be more in line with what everybody else gets, like 5 or 6%. Theirs is on the order of nearly 50%.
Oh yeah.
And what gets me? Here's what gets me. They're one of their arguments for saying that these lawmakers deserve so much more money. You know what it is? So that they get better candidates. Well, I'd like to throw in this. is John Fetterman one of those better candidates you get when you pay him more money? A guy like him?
Well, you just got stupid people in Ohio, and sorry if anybody's from Ohio, but I mean,
how would you have liked to live in Florida when they had the hurricane, and our governor be the governor of Florida?
Ooh.
Oh, what do you think would happen then?
Oh, that would have been brutal.
It'd been a freaking 3-ring circus. About like Joe Biden. He's another one. Is he the kind of candidate they're talking about been in politics for 50 years, never gets nothing done, and yet people keep electing him? I don't know how it happens.
Well, I will say this, Mad Dog. In New Mexico, the only people that can actually run for office are people that own their own business, lawyers, doctors, people that can control their own schedule, because somebody say like Tom A. Well, he can't get away for 60 days to go do that job. And so, unfortunately, that excludes a lot of people. But if they get paid a salary, that opens up more people being able to run.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, Texas, they get paid a salary.
Look, I'm with you. I'm with you on the salary part, people. Let's have term limits. Let's just, make it so that
I'm with you.
So that they can't.
There you go.
They can't run a certain. They can only run. They can run. They can be up there, because I mean.
And I don't think they ought to be able to vote themselves a raise. I think that ought to be that ain't right. But that's Democrats for you.
Well,
y'all have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
I think it ought to be a constitutional thing that people vote.
Well, yeah. If the people all agree that you've done a great job and you deserve more money, then there you go.
Yeah. I think that's the way that should work. Hey, appreciate you, Mad Dog. 8:26, good news of the day coming up this morning. Got a lot of things to get to. Republicans asking the Energy Secretary to retract the alarming praise for China's climate efforts. Yeah, Republicans are like, hold the phones here. Hold the damn phones. Yeah, Jennifer Granholm, hold the phone. She's the Energy Secretary. She praised China for their efforts to combat climate change. And by the way, the Republicans are like, I want you to retract that, because China hasn't done a damn thing. And she was at South by Southwest.
What kind of crack is she smoking?
I don't know, but yeah, she went on to say, well, I mean, she was out South by Southwest. Something she was smoking.
Why? That's what I'm saying.
And she said, we can all learn from China, from what China is doing to lessen the carbon footprint.
Well, this is a prime example of why someone who clearly has zero clue what their job actually is should not be in that position, because how in the world could any sane person, especially anybody who has anything to do with climate or energy.
Well, here's a bigger. China and India are the two biggest polluters in the world. So I don't know how much they paid her, but your job is energy. Your job is not climate. You guys are killing me. Midland, Odessa's unemployment rate is the lowest in the state of Texas. Midland's unemployment rate the lowest at 2.7, Odessa at 3.7, and most economists are saying that anything under 5% is fully employed.
Rock on, West Texas.
Yeah, so Midland, Odessa killing it. And a man convicted of killing a couple in Florida in 1989, scheduled to be executed later this month. Ron DeSantis signed his death warrant yesterday. Louis Bernard Gaskin, better known as the Ninja Killer, is now 56 years old. Was convicted of first-degree murder, killing a couple back in 1989. Will be put to death later this month. Ron DeSantis, we ain't playing. We're not going to stay your execution. No. You're done. And Biden confirms that he is going to be planning to visit North Ireland for the Good Friday Agreement anniversary. So he'll be in Northern Ireland coming up in April to mark the 25th anniversary of the Good Friday Agreement between the U.S. and Ireland.
I thought you were going to say he was going to be there for St. Patrick's Day. I was like, well, that's...
No. He's not.
So, hey, but speaking of St. Patrick's Day, before we go any further, because if I forget again, I'm going to be in trouble. But we've got a giveaway I've got to do. So we've teamed up with our buddies at the New Mexico Lottery. And so I've got these green and gold. Well, they've got their Shamrock Gold scratchers out right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an opportunity to win some Lotto bucks that you can change in for those scratchers or any scratchers. And so if you want a little luck of the Irish just in time for St. Patrick's Day, we're celebrating with your chance to win green or gold. Now I have this little bag here, and you can see on the camera if you guys want to look. I've got these little coins in the bag that are green or gold. And so I'm gonna pick one out. And you have to tell me if I picked out the green or gold. Now, you don't have to watch on the camera because it's going to be random, and you're going to have to just guess. And you're going to text in. So you're going to get ready to text either the word green or the word gold. And if you win, then I've got 20 Lotto bucks that you can change into 20 scratchers of your choice. So you basically, you can change them into whatever scratcher you want. You can do two $10 or $21 scratchers. And then I've got this cool New Mexico Lottery duffel bag I'm going to give you too. So text the words green or gold, your choice. You can only do one or the other. If you try to do both, I'll catch you and you won't win. So you got to do one or the other, green or gold. 877-396-W105. I'm going to pick a couple of random winners to whatever I pick out of the bag here. But good luck from the New Mexico Lottery and W105.
There you go. 831. We've got your chance to qualify for the trip that we're giving away to the Bahamas. We'll give you one more opportunity. You want to do that now, Will, or you hold off on that since you're doing this other contest?
Yeah, give me just a second. We'll do one. We'll do one at least before we do the
We'll
extended.
do that before we get to the extended version. 831 news this morning being brought to you by All American Cleaners, family owned and operated. 17 pounds of your clothes washed, dry, and folded for $16.99. They can dry, clean, starch, keep you looking good. Roswell, Artesia, Carlsbad, Lovington, Hobbs, Eunice, Ann and Jow. Check them out today. It's All American Cleaners. We're coming right back. Be in the Breakfast Club. We're W105.
Local news brought to you by M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump Services in Lovington. Owned, operated, and serving the community for over 30 years. Call 575-390-4446.
Make M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump of Lovington your domestic well specialist. Owner-operated with 30-plus years of experience, specializing in complete water systems for new home construction, domestic well drilling, as well as replacement wells and servicing all makes and models of water systems, including variable speed drive and constant water pressure systems. Call M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump today at 575-390-4446. That's M&W Water Well Drilling and Pump. Hometown quality you can depend on.
MTD Radio News, I'm Jim Miller. In legislation widely expected to be signed by the governor of New Mexico, school kids in public and charter facilities will soon be able to get free meals, what's being called the Healthy Hunger-Free Students Bill of Rights. Senate Bill 4 recently passed New Mexico House, now heads to the governor's desk. Bill requires all public schools, including charter, which participate in the National School Lunch Program, to offer free high-quality meals to all students. Schools would be required to offer a free breakfast and lunch to any student who requests a meal, regardless of income. The bill allows private schools to opt in. Tribally controlled schools could also decide if they want to participate. A man found dead by park rangers at Brantley Lake near Carlsbad March the 10th after he went missing in a jet ski accident at the lake in February. The body found by New Mexico State Park Rangers, who are certified law enforcement officers. New Mexico State Parks continue to assist the Eddy County Sheriff's Office in the investigation. On February 5th, Eddy County Sheriff's deputies were called to Brantley Lake State Park for a report of a man missing in the waters. Search called off 2 days later by New Mexico State Police. The man's identity was not publicly released. Chavez County officials questioning how the lesser prairie chicken was determined to be an endangered species in southwestern Texas and eastern New Mexico, saying that they do not think federal officials are properly considering how populations of the grouse can change significantly depending on various factors. County Manager Bill Williams says he doubts some of the assumptions made by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services when it decided that the lesser prairie chicken is in danger of extinction in the southern distinct population segment. The endangered designation takes effect March 27th. And that's what's happening. I'm Joe Miller, NTD Radio News.
Hey everyone, this is Daniel Bellis at Carlsbad Chevrolet. I want you guys to relax a little bit. I want you to lean back and I'm going to hypnotize you. We're going to buy your vehicles at Carlsbad Chevrolet. We're going to give you top dollar at Carlsbad Chevrolet to buy your vehicles. Now wake up and bring me your dang car. What's really going on? Bring your cars. You need to get rid of them. I need more. I'm ready to pay you top dollar like I pay the auctions. We need to supplement these new cars that are not coming, and we need them now. That's right here at Carlsbad Chevrolet. No hassles, no commissions, period.
Los Alamos Ammo presents the Lovington Gun Show. Saturday and Sunday, March 18th and 19th. 9 to 5 Saturday, 10 to 4 on Sunday. This is a buy, sell, and trade gun and knife show at the Lee County Fairgrounds, 101 South Commercial Street. This is an all-ages event, so bring the whole family. It's the Lovington Gun Show at the Lee County Fairgrounds, March 18th and 19th. Be there.
Did you know that when you become employed with Eddy County, you'll be receiving one of the best and most competitive benefits packages in southeast New Mexico? Eddy County offers great pay, paid vacation, paid sick leave, and holiday pay in addition. You get para-retirement, and for full-time employees, 100% health insurance paid and 60% for your dependents. You can find a list of open positions and apply at New Mexico Workforce Connection or online at eddycounty.org. Eddy County is an equal opportunity employer.
Spring is near. That means it's time to spruce up your DIY landscaping with some help from the pros at Rio Grace LLC in Lovington. Shop local and visit the brand new location for your shade, fruit, and flowering trees. Rio Grace is located at 4 East Crockett Road, just north of Lovington on the Tatum Highway, with loads of new product and landscaping materials coming in daily. Stop by today or follow Rio Grace LLC on Facebook and Instagram, or call the on-site landscaping design experts today with your questions at 575-396-7464. Rio Grace LLC, your ultimate service nursery and landscape professionals.
This Eunice Cardinals update being brought to you by Guns Up Services, 2403 Avenue O, proudly supporting the Eunice Cardinals.
Guns Up Services LLC of Eunice, supporting the community for over 13 years, wants to wish the Eunice Cardinals another winning year and are also encouraging everyone to show up in support of all Eunice sport. With oil field services that range from vacuum trucks, winch trucks, dump trucks, and backhoes, they have frac tanks, caliche, downhole chemicals, saltwater disposal, and freshwater sales. Guns Up Services LLC, helping keep our oil field trucking. 2403 Avenue O, Eunice, or call at 575-399-2457. That's 575-399-2457. Go Cardinals!
The Eunice Cardinals are the defending 2A baseball state champions. Last week, they opened the season against the Alpine, Texas Cowboys, and though they lost by a run, the Cardinals showed their toughness as the state champion despite losing 11 players from last year's squad. The team will get some relief, though, as players from the semifinal basketball team replace their sneakers with baseball cleats. Coach Drew Reynolds says the tradition of the winning program should carry through to the 4 sophomores, 3 juniors, 2 freshmen, 1 8th grader, and 4 seniors. The Cardinals will host New Mexico Military Institute in an earlier game this week and then prepare for the 28th annual Cardinals Baseball Classic, which begins on Thursday. And to no one's surprise, the first round opponent Thursday night will be JAL. First pitch at 7 p.m. The Cardinals will then travel to enemy territory at Texaco for their tournament, which begins Thursday, March the 23rd, and runs through Saturday, March the 25th.
This Eunice Cardinals update has been brought to you by Guns Up Services, 2403 Avenue O in Eunice, proudly serving the community for over 13 years. Go Cardinals!
Shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer.
Be in the Breakfast Club, powered by Carlsbad Chevrolet, and broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. Text line at 877-396-W105.
Hello, who are you?
I'm your #1 fan.
And good morning to you. 8:39, another day in paradise. Will, who's coming up on the extended version?
Rebecca Dow will be our guest on the extended version today.
So she'll be talking about
whatever Tom scheduled her to
whatever.
talk about. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, he said that she was going to primarily
we'll be talking about Republican Party stuff, I'm sure.
She's District 2 vice chair, and so she'll be talking about district issues, the purging the voting rolls, encouraging voters, that kind of thing. So,
looks like Hawaii's most active volcano was added again. Geologists warning that some of the signs are there that this thing could erupt again. And volcano. That's not the blooming onion volcano either. I'm not talking about that.
Not the same one. Yeah. Hey, congratulations real quick to Jennifer of Carlsbad and Stephen of Roswell. Both of them scored with the green and gold giveaway for the New Mexico Lottery. So they got a duffel bag each, and they each got 20 lotto bucks that they can change in to lotto tickets of their choice. So we will have some more giveaways happening all the rest of this week leading up to St. Patrick's Day. So
awesome. According to a new study, 75% of people in the United States who moved last year regret moving. The grass is not always greener on the other side, so they say. But, Will, I just sent you the picture of me and we and the perpetual vacation. I sent it on Messenger. That's what we call perpetual vacation.
Oh, nice.
Courts have ruled that Berlin, Germany, that women can swim topless in public pools now. Not a problem. I'm going to be honest. Women swimming topless. I don't have a problem with
Look,
that. That's just me.
I'm not going to complain, except that I've got 2 teenage boys. They're going to want to go to the pool a lot more than normal now.
And I mean, people are going to be looking. And look, there was like a woman that she was a foreigner. She's probably from, I'm going to say, France. And she had her top off at the beach. And I heard this lady, she was mad at her boyfriend or because he looked. I told Will. I told I'm sorry, I'm a man. I'm going to look. I mean, I'm like a magnet to boobs. I'm just like, and I'm honest about it. I'm not going to lie about it. Don't get mad. I'm going to be, I mean, they could be like old biker boobs. I'm still going to look. Mexico is a safer country than the United States. The president of Mexico, Andres Lopez Obrador, argued Monday that, they've got their fair share of, stuff going on in Mexico. But he said Mexico is safer to live in and when it compared to the United States. Are you buying that?
No.
So when you're checking the text, I'm going to look up violent crime by countries. And maybe look, our crime rate has gone through the roof. Maybe he's right.
No, I still don't buy it. Hold on. Are we talking about for Hispanics or are we talking about because if you're American and you're south of the border, I don't think it's safer even a little bit.
I wouldn't think so.
I didn't say if you're Hispanic.
I was actually very surprised when I looked these numbers up before, and the United States crime rate was higher than some of the places that people were fleeing. Yeah, you know how they say, well, we're fleeing violence and so on and so on.
Oh, that's right. You did do that.
And I looked that number up. So
would I buy that about somewhere like Chicago? Yeah.
with the highest crime rate, the highest homicide rate, El Salvador is number 1.
Wow.
U.S. Virgin Islands, number 2. That's a U.S. territory.
Really?
Is number 2. Jamaica, number 3. Honduras, Belize, Venezuela, South Africa, St. Kitts, and Nigeria. And highest place for rape, Australia? Really?
Wow.
Oh,
Rocket, that ain't right, bro. He says B is a magnet to boobs. Is that why he likes Tom A?
Yes.
Someone else,
when
Brian.
It comes to
real quick,
the robbery rate, U.S. not listed, and Mexico is number 10. Let me look at homicide, serious assaults. So homicide rate for the United States.
Yeah, someone had a good point. Says, because all the Mexican gang members are here in the U.S. now.
Damn, that's harsh.
So I tell my wife, just because I'm on a diet doesn't mean I can't look at the menu. Boobs save lives. Flash a trucker. That's from Brian this morning.
Amen. I was looking at the homicide rate for Mexico and the United States.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chrissy. She says, so if Tom gets his other cataract fixed, is he still going to use them as an excuse? And that's from the ER nurses in Dallas, is that she's listening in, and Chrissy Light. So.
Oh, no. I mean, he's got to move on to something else.
We'll see how that goes. He'll for a couple of days, like, well, it just got fixed, so I'm still adjusting.
I got to get used to it.
I mark my words. That'll be the thing he says when he first comes back.
All right, homicide rate for Mexico. They're 29.07. Homicide rate for the United States. Man, this list of countries is quite long. But America is less than Mexico. Homicide rate in the Philippines, 6.46. What did I say Mexico was? 29.7. So Mexico is not safer than the United States when it comes to being killed there.
Someone says, and they said there's thousands of murders in Mexico that don't get reported, so the stats are not accurate. And I bet that's right too.
So Mexican president, you can kiss my arse. Just saying. So here's the story about illegal immigrants. How much do they cost every American taxpayer? Every American taxpayer, your cost of illegal immigration is $1,156 per year. That's your cost. And illegal immigration, the cost of illegal immigration, $183 billion a year. And that continues to go up. That's up 35% since 2017.
So let me just say, there goes that gas refund everybody was hoping for. Because it just went straight out of my pocket right into the illegals.
And we wonder why our deficit and our national debt is our national debt's at what? 32 trillion now. And they wonder why the Republicans have found their huevos and go, no, we're not going to sign any bills like that. We're not going to sign it. The Democrats on the other hand are saying, well, you're going to hold these people hostage. No, we're just going to wait to see if we get some common sense. Quit spending money that we don't have because we don't have it. Odessa police made 2 arrests yesterday. You ever heard of bank jugging? Bank jugging.
What?
Yeah, bank jugging is when you follow a victim that's coming from the bank and they kidnap the guy, so to speak, and force him into a vehicle and grab the bag along with the victim. So they arrested 2 men that perpetrated that same crime, both of Houston. And they arrested 2 people, and Darius Russell, 29, and Lamont Pearson, 35, of Houston, arrested them in Odessa yesterday. New Mexico lawmakers hashing out a record $9.6 billion spending plan. I'll say it again. The governor, 10% increase in her budget every year over the past 5 years. You figure that out. You figure out how much more money the budget. When she went in the office, I think the budget was like $5 billion a year. We're now close to 10. Let that sink in. Man accused of shooting a Albuquerque helicopter will be held in jail. No bond set for this guy. It is really nice that judges are starting to say, nope, we're not letting him out. We're not going to let him out. We're going to hold this clown until his hearing. Nope, we're not going to let him out. Portales plans to put in speed cameras. Is Portales really that big to put up? I mean, how many are you going to put up? Like 2?
Yeah, are they going to? How can they justify the cost?
I mean, that seems. Small town.
Maybe because it's only 2. I don't know.
I don't know. United States government reportedly made duplicate payments to fund the Wuhan lab in China. Millions of dollars, double paid, duplicate payments. Let that sink in. I wonder how much money went back in the pocket of some politician. Well, you didn't hear me yesterday. I said it yesterday. I am convinced that the American government is the largest money launderer in the world. They take our tax dollars, they send money for foreign aid and for wars that continue, and that money is washed and sent back to politicians. Part of that money.
Oh, no question.
I am just convinced that this is the way of the world. Sad. Free lunch program passed, so the governor will sign that. Every kid in New Mexico will get a free lunch. Were there any kids starving and not getting lunches? I'm just wondering. Were there any kids not getting a lunch?
Not because of inavailability. Let's put it that way.
No, because if they didn't have the means, they would get a free lunch anyway.
Are there kids that go hungry because of pride? Probably.
Maybe. Looks like jurors are going to get a bump. New bill moving through the roundhouse pushes for an increase in pay for jury duty. Look, minimum wage is $12. You expect somebody to go and be on the jury, so they're going to raise jury duty up to $18 an hour. Is that right, to be on a jury? Hell, when I come back, I'll be on a jury.
Yeah, he's like, sign me up.
Yeah, I'm down. Not a problem. Tom Cotton tweeted Monday that the Biden administration refuses to comment about bailing out Chinese companies that invested in Silicon Valley banks. Are we going to bail them out too with taxpayer money? And Biden said it again. No taxpayer money is going to pay for this bailout. Okay, where's the money coming from? The government doesn't make money. It's all taxpayer money. So how is it that you're going to bail it out and you're going to pay back money over the $250,000 guaranteed? I wonder how you're going to do it, because I don't think you can. Just saying. All right, wild sex. Wow, the cushiest prison. 18 female guards have been fired. At least 18 female guards in a UK prison have been fired You're not going to believe why they got fired.
18
Having
female
sex with
guards.
inmates.
I was going to say 18 female guards at a prison. No, they weren't hooking up with the prisoners.
Nah. All right, quick check of the weather being brought to you by Maid Trailer Sales. Don't go camping without Maid Trailer Sales. Serving all of southeast New Mexico. Fifth wheels, travel trailers, ultralights. They've got them all. Get in touch with them. MaidTrailerSalesInc.com, 575-622-1751. MaidTrailerSalesInc.com. That's the website you can go. Take the virtual tour of all new and pre-owned models. 62 for the high, sunny skies. Winds less than 10 miles an hour. Increasing winds coming up tonight, down to about 44. And then tomorrow, winds are going to be gusting over 30 miles an hour. Sunny skies, 78. Definitely going to be a little windy tomorrow. Batten down the hatches. George Santos introduced a bill requiring presidents to undergo a cognitive test annually. George Santos is in enough trouble.
I was going to say.
He's like, I'm going to roll this out and see where it goes. Hey, it might pass the House. It is controlled by Republicans, but a mental competency test. See, this is the problem with Biden. They said his health is okay, but they never talk about his cognitive ability, which is different because Trump underwent a cognitive test and passed it with flying colors. $26,000 in stolen baby formula found in a suspect's car. 2 men caught shoplifting from a grocery store in Georgia had an estimated $26,000 worth of baby formula in a car. Hey, the price on baby formula is going up big time. I mean, how much is that? Like 662 cans. That's how much they had in the car.
Good night.
Selling it on the black market. All right, still to come. We're going to be talking to Rebecca Dow coming up this morning. She'll be talking about Republican Party and what's going on at the Roundhouse. And I hear people saying, who's running for governor in New Mexico? To me, it's a little early, but maybe I'll ask the question. Maybe she can give us some insight. And a 103-year-old California woman stays active, actually is at the gym every day.
At 103.
103 years old.
Wow.
She was born in Italy, holds a degree in classical theater, and got married in 1946, but goes to the gym every single day. They interviewed this woman. I was like, damn, she's got energy. Unbelievable. 103 years of age. And in 2004, Wisconsin State quarter could be worth $6,000. So the 2000, remember when they came out with the quarters that had each state on them? Well, they're saying the Wisconsin quarter from 2004 could be worth $6,000. So 50 state quarter program rolled out, limited edition. People were collecting those quarters. Everybody wanted every state. Well, they say the Wisconsin quarter could be worth $6,000. If you got one, you might want to go to a coin store and show it to them and see if that's the one they're looking for. All right, we'll text line, wrap her up. We'll take a break. Got to get to the good news of the day.
So someone says, so with all the lunches, they would continue to feed the kids, then slap the parents with the bill at the end of the year. So we all know, well, the parents, the parents would just get the bill and higher taxes. Of course. I mean, nothing's free. As a result, recent legislation, McKinley County residents got around $800 in support from the state, while Lee County residents got under $200 because so many indigenous people live in McKinley County. We owe it to them. Equity. That was from Mad Dog this morning. That's according to Larry Scott. So, was where he got the report.
That equity, boy, I tell you what, that is a buzzword nowadays. Now, what's the difference between equity and equality?
Yeah, right? Don't ask Bernie Sanders, because he don't know. What has to do with the equality of is basically equity, or equality has to do with outcome.
We all have the same opportunity.
The same opportunity, but they want the guaranteed outcome.
They want to cook the books.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly what they want to do. All right, morning show this morning being brought to you by State Representative Randy Pettigrew, fighting hard still, and Santa Fe. He wants to get home, I'm sure. He's ready to get home to Southeast New Mexico. You know, after being at Santa Fe too long, it starts to wear you down. Being around that many Democrats and as the outnumbered Republicans, I'm sure it wears you down. But they've been very successful in some things, getting Democrats to cross party lines and side with the Republicans. Now, did they win every battle? No. But they have been fairly successful in beating down stuff like the family leave bill. A couple gun bills, they beat those down too. If you need help with pretty much anything, getting your driver's license, maybe dealing with some entity you can't get a call back from the state, get in touch with Randy if you're in his district, District 61, and he can help you. All the information's available, RandallPettigrew.com, all his contact information. Good news of the day. We'll get to that. Anything on the text line before we take our break?
Someone says nothing's free unless you're in prison or if you're from another country.
And that's not free either, because somebody else is paying. Taxpayers are paying for it.
So I just saw an alert on Fox News saying that President Xi Jinping, or however the hell you say his name, is supposed to be meeting with Zelensky. That's not going to be good.
Well, and Zelensky will use that to pimp it over Biden and say, see, I'm talking to this guy. Now, I thought Russia and China were buds.
Well, I'm sure they are. That's what I'm saying. That's not going to I don't see that going good in multiple ways.
Wow. I thought they were buds. All right, good news of the day this morning being brought to you by Farmers Insurance Agent Herschel Rustin Hayes, Avenue D in Lovington, right across the street from Bob's Thriftway, 575-396-0513. Home, auto, life insurance, commercial insurance. He's your Farmers Insurance Agent. Give Rustin Hayes a call today, 575-396-0513. Proud sponsor of the good news of the day.
So a 69-year-old in Colorado named Shirley Bennett is happy that she got called in for jury duty. And no, not because she's making $18 an hour now. Last month, because it saved her life. She was at the courthouse when she had a stroke and collapsed with no pulse. But deputies there were quickly able to do CPR. She went back last week to thank them in person. A dad in Australia jumped in front of a snake to save his 2-year-old daughter. It wound up biting his foot, but he was able to get to a hospital and is okay. He thinks it was an eastern brown snake, which is Australia's deadliest type. They're venomous enough to kill small children. So obviously a 2-year-old would have been toast. But with the dad and only getting bit on the foot, he was able to survive. A 44-year-old guy in England named Chris Place signed up for the app Nextdoor last year to look for yard sale type stuff. And he ended up chatting with a 42-year-old woman named Michelle Tooby. Well, it turned out that she lived right next door and that they had lived within a 10-minute walking distance of each other their whole lives, but they'd never met. So they got to talking. Now they're dating and in love. And that is the good news of the day.
Good news of the day being brought to you by Rustin Hayes. Get in touch with him today. We'll talk to Rebecca Dow coming up on the extended version. Stand by for that. Check of news this morning being brought to you by the Atlas Makeup Mirror. Get half off mirrors right now. Small imperfections on the mirrors. And Rebecca Long's like, we're going to sell these half off.
She wanted to say there's a couple of little cracks in the plastic on a couple of them. Some of them just have scratches in the base. But the ones that I've seen, I couldn't even tell the crack. Now she wants to make sure people understand there is a crack, but I couldn't see it. So I mean, she's extremely picky. I love her, and I love that about her, that she's willing to offer these at a half price because of that.
575-631-3189. If you want one of those mirrors, you have to order them by phone, and Rebecca can take care of all that and ship it off to you. Find out more information about the mirrors at atlastmakermirror.com, also on Facebook and Instagram. Check them out today. atlastmakermirror.com. That number 575-631-3189. You've been looking at the Outlast Maker Mirror. Now's the opportunity to buy one with a slight imperfection for half off. atlastmakermirror.com or 575-631-3189. We're coming back. Rebecca Dow will be on with us. We'll be talking about Republican Party, what's going on at the Roundhouse, and more. It's coming up next on W105.
Fox News, I'm Lillian Wu. The latest inflation data shows the average American shelled out 6% more for things this February than last, with mainly shelter, food, and energy driving the consumer price index higher.
Eggs are up 55.4%. Airline fares are still 26.5% higher year over year. Margarine is still about 40% higher year over year, and natural gas is still up a little more than 14%.
Fox's Cheryl Casoni. Some 20 million people across the Northeast are under winter weather alerts as they brace for a powerful nor'easter.
According to the National Weather Service, wet snow, rain, and strong winds that could top 50 miles an hour are expected to impact a large swath of New England, upstate New York, Northeast Pennsylvania, and portions of New Jersey through Wednesday.
Fox's Rebecca Castor. America's listening to Fox News. Moments like hearing my cat purr good morning mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative NBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Red Zone 2023, a night with two-time NFL MVP and Super Bowl champion Kurt Warner is coming to the Bulldog Pit in Artesia, New Mexico, Saturday, April 1st. Doors open at 6 p.m. Event begins at 7. The event is free of charge, but you must have a ticket to enter. Tickets must be picked up at the Chamber of Commerce in Artesia. Red Zone 2023 is presented by myashley.org, a local charity with the focus of combating the epidemic of drunk driving after the Richards daughter, Ashley Richards, lost her life to a drunk driver in 2009. Come show your support and see Super Bowl champ Kurt Warner 7 p.m. Saturday, April 1st at the Bulldog Pit in Artesia. Tickets and corporate sponsorships are still available by contacting the Artesia Chamber of Commerce. Ad made possible by a donation from Yucca Blossom.
This country can sure be windy in the springtime, and we all know the best thing about wind is when it stops. Well, your friends at Roswell Ford can't do anything about the wind, but we can sure help you find the right car or truck. Roswell Ford has the biggest selection of nice pre-owned vehicles in southeastern New Mexico. Each one carefully inspected and backed with a 3-day money-back guarantee. We also have brand new Fords arriving almost every day, so you'll want to check with us frequently to be sure you don't miss something. And when your vehicle needs service, remember that Roswell Ford offers free pickup and delivery so you don't have to get out in the wind. Or the Roswell Ford mobile service van can come to you and take care of most routine maintenance at your house or where you work. So whether you're shopping for a new vehicle or taking care of the one you have, you can't do better than Roswell Ford, the Tailgate Nation, at the corner of 9th and Main. Come see us, but remember to hang on to your hat and don't let that car door get away from you.
If you need an aggressive, experienced personal injury attorney who is honest and true, you need to get the Gorilla.
I'm 23 years old. I worked at a warehouse, and I took an injury which caused the amputation of my right leg. I was approached by a specific firm, and they turned my case down within 5 minutes. I was told to come visit the Gorilla Law Firm, and immediately they saw potential in my case. And I tell you what, Gorilla Law Firm had my back when no one else did. The Gorilla Law Firm made me a multi-millionaire. And if you're injured, you call the Gorilla Law Firm too.
The Gorilla Law Firm, 3130 North Grimes and Hobbs, or call 575-964-2720.
When you live your life in Wrangler clothes, it's hard to imagine working a 9-to-5 without them. While protection is important, you want clothes with style and comfort. And now, thanks to Wrangler flame-resistant apparel, you can have it all. Wrangler FR is designed to protect you from burn injury on the job.